That's embarrassing. It's not on purpose. I'm just a pro streamer. Oh my gosh. Tekla, hello. Rich, hello. Doodles, hello. PC Brian, hello. Raven, hello. Wow. Okay, anyway, so I was telling you all that I had a really rough week, and that's whatever. But anyway, I have Tim Tams from Australia, and we're gonna try them together. No, it was no. Okay, so funny story. When I was like first streaming, I had been like on mute for 10 minutes. And I was just talking, right? And this was like during the time where I wasn't streaming for really anyone. I think I maybe had 1 or 2 people maybe who were like watching me stream. I usually, in the early days, I was streaming for 0 people. And a person came in like, hey, do you know you're muted? And I was like, what? So like for 10 minutes, I was totally muted. Dolly, hello. Lexi, oh my gosh, it's good to see you. Sorry, that was a high pitch. It's been a hot minute. I've been thinking about you, bestie boo. How are you doing? Yoshi, hello. Yeah, no, okay, so anyway, back to my like story as I was talking about things until people thankfully told me that I was muted. So had a rather rough week. Hormone fluctuations, if you know, you know. And I decided that I was going to take care of myself, and I was told by Mrs. G over in the Australia that her package of Tim Tams arrived. I've never had Tim Tams before. I think there's other things in here too. So I figured we would try Tim Tams together. Yeah, no, I'm doing okay. May, oh my gosh, Tim Tams are jelly. So, okay, Tim Tams. Do we love them? Do we hate them? Am I gonna eat this whole thing like today? Because today kind of warrants a Tim Tam, yeah? May, how you doing? May, oh, by the way, friends, May just dropped a video on her predictions of the Nintendo Direct, which is happening this evening for me anyway. So I'm gonna do a link. And what you all are gonna do is you are going to be delightful, supportive humans, and you are gonna watch it, right? Right? Yeah, there's a direct. It's very exciting. I'm doing as good as I can. Thank you for asking. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I've been struggling with burnout. I'm starting the video essay on AI that I want to do for the channel. But anyway, there is no substitute. Arnott's Tim Tam, original, made with irresistible chocolate. 0.5 health star rating. This is this like legit? Is this irony? Is this a joke, or is this like Australia labels its food to let you know what they define as healthy by the government? Because I love this, but also the delightful shade. I mean, I want a prediction video that isn't just Mario. It wasn't Mario. I know that she was talking about Metroid and a little bit of like, could this be Animal Crossing? I've never had them, with all my Australian besties, they tell me how good they are. I know. So, okay. This is a mukbang channel, okay? All right, so this is a Tim Tam. Never had one. Oh yeah. Y'all, you need to go to Australia and get a Tim Tam. Already got to. Naru, hello. I'm not gonna dunk it. That's lemon. That's a lemon tea, but HubSpot is not getting any. I'm just gonna eat the whole thing. Haha. Anyway. Ryan, also hello. Canada has done similar ratings. Also, what is this? Furry friends. Cadbury. Be treat-wise. Enjoy a balanced diet. It is so cute. You know what I love about treat-wise is, one, it's being very conscientious of what you put in your body, right? But also enjoy a balanced diet, which means treat yourself. right? Like, life is too short to simply just eat beans and rice or chicken or whatever you're doing. Like, you deserve chocolate some days, okay? Oh my gosh. Yeah, it is like, it's a graham cracker that's just like chocolate. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Well, oh man. I can only, thankfully my sweet tooth has definitely gone down to the point, not today because I'm having jam tea and I'm having a Tim Tam, but I definitely, like, I'm not the person who can just eat a bunch of sweets anymore. Like, I can have a sweet and I'm done. And usually I gravitate towards a fruit or like a specific chocolate. Tim Tams are good. I got told. But anyway, we like to do a couple of things on the Artsy Gamer, such as reminding Artsy when their mic is muted. But we'd like to talk about our weekly goals and weekly wins. I also just want to say the world is right now, and in the States, it's particularly hard. I know that there was a recent school shooting in Colorado, and I have no words, just big feelings. And if anyone in the community is directly impacted, I'm so sorry. Being in the States is really hard right now, so just do what you can to bring yourself some peace. And if you have any goals about that you wanted to achieve this week and want to hear it and celebrate it, if it's just surviving, that's okay. We're here to survive, we're here to thrive, okay? So treat yourself, pat yourself on the back for doing whatever it is you were working on, whether it was 5 minutes, 5 hours, you were doing great. And sorry about getting very capitalistic, but we also like to do like incentives known as a bubble break. So if you know what that is, like the stream, but if you don't know what that is, like the stream and find out. The other day, I generally Instacarted a singular apple pie and just ate it with a fork out of the tin, self-care. Let's go, Lexi. Yes, if you are surviving, you're doing awesome. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. Where did I get all this good stuff, Rainbow? A delightful human known as Mrs. G over at the AG Nation, aka Alexi Giovanni's YouTube channel, sent me a nice thing. I don't have a PO box, so I'm very hesitant of relinquishing my address to people, but Mrs. G is a trustworthy source. So, your first shift at the new job was yesterday, went fairly well. That's awesome. That is so awesome. All right, well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get situated. I think Carmen's left. I put Blue Bear through the amiibo process twice. We're going to not invite her just yet because she may show up on the hunt. We don't know. Yeah, Lexi, how have you been? I know that you kind of had to like do other things, and you don't have to get into it if you don't want to, but it's really good to see you. I have been thinking about you actually. Like, that's not, you know, a fake thing. That's legitimate. Like, I hope Lexi's doing okay. I wonder how she's doing. I appreciate you. I'm trying to survive really bad life-changing day. I appreciate you validating everyone's. Raven, it is a rainy day. We're gonna sit with those feelings. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to, like, you know, when we have bad days here, there's this really delicious Indian restaurant that is like literally down the street from us. And so I will message HubSpot and be like, hey, can we get F at Indian today? Because I literally cannot. And we usually check the budget, and if there's leftovers, we'll stick with leftovers. But for the most of the point, he's like, yeah, no, let's just do F at Indian. Mm-hmm. It goes beyond, you know, Indian food, but like that's our Chinese takeout sort of vibe when the world is on fire and you just want to treat yourself. Oh yeah, no, leaf umbrellas. Everyone who gets a leaf umbrella on an artsy island. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I'm filled with Tim Tams and lemon jam tea. I am not ready to go hunting. Cozy, hello, it's good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. And if you're not, that's okay. We are here to support anyone who needs it. Also, I need to make sure that, you know, we actually have an empty plot. Yeah, enjoy your lurk. Enjoy your lurk, Naru. We got you. And oh my gosh. Need to clean some stuff up today. Thank you. I'm doing okay. So I guess another weekly win is that I finally finished my Little Nightmares essay, which is awesome. I also, what else did I do? I started getting back into game development, but game development's really hard. Oh, y'all, sorry. There's like legitimately big news happening to Artsy. I'm sorry. Sorry if that was really startling. So, a bit of a background. So I had applied for a position at HubSpot school that was working with like DEI stuff, which, you know, as you know in the States is kind of a woke word that everyone just associates with a certain vibe, which is absolutely not true. And the person who got it has been there forever, is doing an amazing job. I'm not salty about that at all whatsoever. But she had told me last year that she wanted to work with me because she learned of my background in conflict resolution, which is why I had applied for the position. And so she said, hey, I would like to, like, once I get settled in, I'd like to pick your brain and figure out how to, like, you know, improve the school. And I said, cool. So yesterday, I had a meeting with said awesome person. And it looks like I'm going to be developing a peer mediation group for the high school, and also doing professional development for the teachers on how to remove bias in the classroom. So I'm really excited. Mrs. G! Mrs. G! You were right. These are delicious. These are delicious. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, I'm really excited. And it's also going to be paid. So at least the peer mediation thing. It's probably not going to be like, wait, what was I doing? It's not going to be, you know, a full-time thing. It's definitely going to be like a side hustle. But I'm really excited that I get to use my degree for something that like I was wanting to do. Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited. So thank you. Yeah, no, I was just sitting with this like, wow, that's not what I thought I was going to be getting from this meeting at all. I thought I was just like, you know, maybe doing a PD thing, maybe just coming on as a consultant, and like I wasn't expecting getting paid. I really wasn't. And so, I mean, naturally, she's an artist too. So she's like, oh no, we're paying you. And I'm like, okay, thanks. So I'm really excited. You're getting diagnosed for ADHD the last week of September. Doodles, how do you feel about it? I know that diagnoses can feel kind of a certain way, so whatever you're feeling is totally fine. Also, I did not tell you what we were doing today. I know on the thumbnail it's peppy or bust, but we were searching for a peppy. It's really a peppy who fits the vibes. We have Blue Bear on standby with Amiibo, so we can take her if we don't find it after 50 tickets. But hopefully somebody, Scott, is not in the lurking, Scott, and isn't going to do a certain challenge, Scott. No, really. I just don't want to go in the tube thing. I forgot the MRI. The CT scan. Someone new or just anyone? I don't know. Like, if we find Maddie, I will strongly consider Maddie. I'm trying to think of... Okay, hold on. We can't get Rilla because she's not on standby. But let's do Peppy ACNH. We'll do a quick thing. I gotta go with my sister, and I have a phone call to catch up. Enjoy your Chalkies. Oh my gosh, Mrs. G, delicious. Thank you. You were so sweet. Like, I really appreciate you. If you're able and don't mind, can you read my... Oh, I'm sorry, Lexi. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I'll publicly to an extent discuss what's going on for me, but not yet. I mean, when I say it means a lot. They said what I said. I was worried people might forget. Oh no, Lexi, no. You were part of like the OG Animal Crossing vibes. Absolutely. No, and taking extended breaks are really important. So whatever you need to do to get like back to baseline, and if you come back, happy to have you. And if it transforms into something else, that's okay too. Barbara, coconut juice. Tabby, I love Tabby. Yes, Tabby was not my OGP, but she like replaced Truffles of my first island really quickly, so I consider her my OGP. But I've never had Agent S, Annabelle, Anacotti, Apple, Bella, Blue Bear, Bubbles, Bunny, Candy. I had Chrisley briefly and I didn't really like her. And I've never had Mary. I've never had Nibbles or Peanut or Peggy. Penelope. I've never had Pinky, Piper. I think I had Pippi briefly. And then Twiggy. So there's quite a few Peppies that I've never had before, but I think I would prioritize Maddie over all of them, and maybe Tabby. Is that my son's birthday twin? Shut up. Hi. Blessed. Blessed. You got Agent on and Hunt? Thank you, ticket. They're not sad tears, but it's okay. I'm just very paranoid about being forgotten. Oh, no. I mean, understandable, Lexi. I think, okay, we're going to get into, like, an artsy thinky thought situation. I think, personally, social media has severely warped how we view our value to the world, in that we worry a lot about how, like, what our impact is on the world. It's definitely a lot larger now that we have more of a global reach, right? And we tend to forget how, like, in comparison to like 10 likes on Instagram, which I guess isn't a lot. I don't know that sort of statistic, but could you imagine 10 people who don't know you on the street saying like, wow, that's amazing what you're doing? That would sit in your mind for literal years. Literal years. And when I think about the impact that we leave on people, it is often very quiet and very subtle. And so, Lexi, the impact that you've left on your community and on the Animal Crossing YouTube, it was substantial. And that's never going to go away. You were part of somebody's everyday life, and it's important that no matter what, you prioritize your self-care. And if that means taking a break, if that means transforming what you do, you still leave an impact. So, like, that was one of my main reasons about how 2024 really altered the way that I perceive making content and being a content creator. Because one, I live in the privilege of not having to worry about money because my husband's job provides plenty for the both of us where I can be at home and I can pursue creative things. Like, I sit with that privilege. It makes me super uncomfortable. But it's okay that what you did was not viral. It's okay that who you were to people was a calm and like a good source that reminded them that what they do and who they are is okay. Because that's what sets up a zeitgeist of kindness and compassion, and not worrying about the noise, you know? Oh, we got Broccolo. We're not looking for Broccolo. Speaking of your son, how is he? He is 3, if you can believe it. He's 3 right now. He is doing really well. He is starting to use his words more. We're still working through the whole toilet training situation, but he's out of the crib. He's in a big kid bed. We're dealing with food pickiness right now, but he is a cuddle bug, and it's so fun. Like, he will come to me, he goes cuddle, and so he goes like cuddle on, we have like this big bear, and so he has a spot on the floor where it's like a floor mattress that's really common in Korea, and so he'll have like the bears, because there's a lot of bears in this house, and like pillows, and so he'll be like cuddle, and so we'll watch, you know, trash TV. I miss Rachel, who's not trash TV. The stream was bluffering. Oh no. Biff is one of my faves. What a great birthday twin to have. I know. I love Biff. I think he's great. He's also, I think, one of my favorite, what's it called? My favorite hippos. But are we buffering? Are we having an issue with that? Are we having an issue? Lavender, hello. Also, Lavender, I have a question. question. Do you want to go by lavender or haze? Because I typically go by the, like, either the first, like, name or something. So let me know what your preference is, because I have seen people call you haze in the chat, and I want to be mindful of what people prefer to be called. But yeah, my son is doing great. He is reading, y'all. Like, he's reading words. He's sounding them out. He knows his phonics. And I'm super excited. I'm super excited. Either works. Lab also works too. Is that your preference? Because I will call you that. It doesn't matter what I want to do. What matters is what you want to be called. So just letting you know. You have no idea how badly I needed to hear that. Thank you. Feel like a digital hug. I want to and plan to come back. I just need a little. Of course. No, Lexi. It is hard right now. You do what you need to do. And I promise you the people will be there. I promise. You know what I'm really excited for? So a lot of people had to, like, move away from streaming full-time after COVID and lockdown, right? And fully understand. There's a lot of content creators who don't create content anymore because either just lifestyle changes or wanting to move away from that. But you know what's really exciting about, like, the new console and the upcoming Animal Crossing game whenever that happens? It's like there's an entire group of people who are going to be, like, doing it together. And I'm so excited to see it. I'm so excited. Like, I can't wait to not only experience the game for the first time, but watch other people experience for the first time and just sit with that joy. Like, I'm so excited. I cannot wait. And I think that's why with Nintendo taking its time, it's like, I think they're going to make an excellent game. And I would rather they make an excellent quality game that takes a couple of years than something that's just like, you know, Animal Crossing New Horizons Plus. Okay, no preferences. All right. Well, I guess unless you decide to change, I'll call you Lavender. But if that changes, please tell me. Also, it's really warm in here. Oh my god. Oh. Problem with wanting to be cozy and wanting to wear sweaters is that it's still September. Oh. Back in May, my first nephew, and or niece, figure, mind you, was born on your birthday. Lexi, that is so cool. Auntie Nibbling shared birthdays. That's so cool. That's awesome. Oh wait, why am I wearing the umbrella? I don't need the umbrella. All right, feet. Who is it? That looks like a chicken. That looks like a goose. So apparently he's taking a break from his husband, Ken, away from the watchful eyes of Amanda over the Amanda Files. But that's cute. Tekla, enjoy your lurk. My other sister is his auntie, and I don't like auntie or uncle, so now I'm his Lala. I love it. I love it. That's so cute. Oh, also thank you for letting me know. I didn't realize that was a thing you didn't like. My bad. I like all of the cool names that people come up with because I think I'm weird, okay? Like, obviously nothing new. So being non-binary and using they them pronouns, it's really difficult to navigate like what my preferences are for terminology because I am absolutely okay with being a mom. I have no problem being my son's mom. I definitely come across with mom energy. No big. But when it comes to like aunties and uncles, I think for my niece, my goddaughter, I think the parents designated me as an uncle. Whatever the non-binary association with aunt and uncle is. It's actually bedtime, but I'd rather lurk and give you the viewing time. Oh, Tekla, thank you. Can you, like, do your nighttime routine and just settle in for the evening? Because, sleepover is totally fine. But Lala is such a cool one. What other terminology do people have for their various family members? because my son refers to, or like we refer to our family friends as like aunties and uncles. That's a very, I think, Eastern, that's a South Pacific Asian thing. I know that in Africa, everyone's like an auntie or an uncle too. And I think it's more about just like designating like, this is a safe adult. We promise you it's a safe adult. I have to unfortunately go because I have someone I need to mod for, but I'll try to stop by more often. Lexi, absolutely. And it was really good to see you. Again, I had been thinking about you and I hope you're doing well. No, I love Aggie Poo. Agnes. This is also a girl I would love to bring back. She was the OG Uchi over on this one. I love Agnes. I should be like shaking trees, I guess, but we're just like going for the vibes. We're just going for the vibes. Micah, hello. How are ya? Yeah, no, Agnes I think I've had as a starter sisterly 3 times. I don't know why. On 2 separate switches too. So I'm like, I don't understand why. Is that like birthday related or that literally is just random chance? Because I don't think I've had very many sisterlies as starters. It's mostly been Agnes. And I'm trying to think of whom else. Who else? Ursula was the original. And I'm trying to think. Yeah, most of the time, I mean, there's a lot less sisterlies than, you know, jocks and everyone else, so I'm not surprised. You got Flo 3 or 4 times. I would love Flo. Flo would be really nice for this island. I think Flo is one of my top sisterlies. I really like her a lot. She reminds me of me. You've never had Frida, so I don't know. Hank, did I say hello to you? I'm gonna say hello to you. Hi. You think you've had all the others? Interesting. How many islands have you had, Hank? Because it feels like you've had a few. Oh, I need to grab some of these, actually. That's a thing I need to do. Oh, we have our first Peppy. We're not taking Bangle because she was part of the hard mode 2.0 vibes. We're not going to take her. You've had all the others as starter sisterlies? Really? Somewhere north of 3,900. Oh my gosh. I wonder if there's a world record of the amount of finished islands somebody has done. Because there was a content creator that I remember seeing when I was really motivated to do like a yellow solar punk island, that they had upwards of like over 30 by the time I had checked her Instagram, and I was going, I mean, either she had a spicy switch or she had access, or this was what she did, you know? Don't want to count, kind of embarrassing. Well, I think I've had over... Oh, by the way, we have new commands, and I have an updated command for the DA. So if anyone wants to visit Lagom, I recently updated my dream address. And then what was the other one? Oh yeah, I think I have that one because I'm woke as hell. Yep, there you go. So yeah, if people want to know, the last time I had that DA, it was like Sonder vibes. So that was 2021. It had been years since I had updated that. I think Fuchsia is another one I've never had get off the plane, and now I'm counting villagers I can't remember for islands that didn't stick around. Yeah, so I think I have started under 20 islands. Under 20. And there were quite a few that didn't make it past a month that I didn't save. So there was like, Hyskos was a winter getaway that I was going to have all penguins with the exception of Hans and on Monty. That was actually an island I really liked doing. I tried to do a weird farm core island, which would work for the Switch 2 because I had, I think, over 400 wheat fields with that one, and it broke the game. And then I tried to do like a second Forever Island, like Komorebi and Meraki and all of that. And then there was like the hard mode, Rags to Riches, hard mode 2.0. So I've done a few. I've done a few. I still think that Sonder and Unoya was my favorite. Like, of like my weird niche builds, because Sonder ended up being a villainous volcano lair, and then Unoya became a pirate kidcore island where there were a bunch of kids who ended up stranded on a deserted island, and they split up into factions. And so there was the pier group where they were literally on the pier, and then there was the treehouse trio where they made tree houses next to each other, and then there was the cardboard crew where they made a cardboard castle, and Biff was on that island. Looking at the sisterly list, I think it was just Frida and Fuchsia that didn't get off the plane. I've never had Frida as a starter. I know what you mean. I gotcha. I gotcha. Oh, I was so excited. It's Caroline. Sweet Caroline. No. We're not doing Caroline right now because she's a normal. I don't need 3 normals. I don't. Do. Need to drive home from work, but I'll return later. Micah, we'll see you later. Thank you. Be safe. 3 of 1 personality is nothing. There's 4 crankies. I think, okay, I can handle 4 crankies, though. I can handle 4 crankies. I can handle 4 snooties. I cannot handle more than 2 peppies. I cannot handle more than 3 normals. 2 smugs is enough smug. 2 jocks is hilarious. 3 jocks would be a basketball team. At one point, do you want to get every villager poster? Yes, you should. Absolutely. 3 peppies was a nightmare. It's too much pep. It's too much pep. I think my son's island has 3 peppies right now. It's Audie, it's Ketchup, and it's Cookie. And thankfully, this Audie is really chill. And Cookie's really the only one that's like, ah! But, yeah. Anybody? Wendy. Do I want 3 sheep, though? Hi. I'm Wendy. Are you visiting from another island? Oh, I've already had Wendy. But we do love the girl. We do. I don't know. TKC, hello. Once had an island with 3 peppies and 3 jocks at once with 2 lazies. Oh my gosh. I have seen, in addition to like random islands where it was 1 species, I have seen an island of all normals, and I'm going, listen, my favorite girl's a normal. I have 2 favorite girls. I should probably say that. But like, listen, I can't. That's too resting normal face for me. I can't do that. Yeah, talk about normcore. Listen, now that would be the ultimate normcore challenge, is that you have to find all normals, and it has to be like 2020 building vibes. Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be so fun? My son's island is very, I think, 2020 coded. It's like how I would have loved to design an island if I knew how to design in 2020. Oh, yo, you could do a book club. Oh man, you could do a book club build for that. It's like book club, and what's another thing that they talk about? What's another thing that normals talk about that's very normal of them? They talk about body positivity, which is really cute. They say that, like, usually I am gonna say that I am working on being more proud of like my body, and so I know that I think Vesta talks about her fluffiness, and I'm going, oh, we love a queen. We love body positivity over here. Giving their parents a call. Yeah, so giving their parents a call. So there could be like a huge thing about phone connections. Listen, if anyone needs an idea for an island challenge, a normal normcore island. Yeah, just norm it up, man. Having dreams about pasta and sauce. Yeah, but like you could do so much, like libraries everywhere, you know, phone booths, what's another one? You know, really cozy spots for sleeping outside. I love how Ellie talks about the important good ear care is and how she loves her ears. Yeah. I think it's very specific to the species because I know that I think bunnies talk about their tails, like their fluffy tail. Yeah, and coffee dates. I think that would be so cute. That would be darling, actually. All right, we have Sister Fruit Island with a... Okay. This villager, this man, I think he's my favorite crocodile, alligator, whatever. I like Alfonso a lot. It's a me. Crocodile, yes. Demita, hello. Is it Demita or Damita? Let me know. Want to make sure I get it correct. But welcome in. It's good to see ya. How you doing? Yeah, a normal normcore island. Gotta go for now, but we'll try to pop it back in later. Sending the best peppy luck. Thank you. The first one, so Demita, Demita. Right? Is that what I said? Sorry, my ADHD is really bad today. But yeah, welcome in. Are you all excited for the direct in 12 hours? I'm actually going to be awake for it, which is very exciting. Although I'm probably going to be playing Phasma for it. Smugcore. Okay, so what would be Smugcore? Like an all smug island? Smugcore. They would have to do with like, something to do with like writing their autobiographies. Fashion show, mirrors everywhere, absolutely. What was the other thing that they do? Kung Fu movies in the basement. Thank you so much for subscribing, Damina. I appreciate it. Okay, so going back to the normal normcore, I think like the most normal normcore, it's my OG jock from 2020. Hello, Leonardo. I think what I would do is I would put it in a specific season. And I think for normals, it would be cherry blossom season. Because that is the normcore vibe, right? You don't have to do much with the decorating because the trees are already doing the hard work. I think Smugs would do well either early fall or late summer. That's a good season for Smugs. Daisy, hello. How are ya, babe? God, that movie wrecked me. How are you doing? We're talking about how you would design an island based off of one personality. So we're on the topic of Smugs. So a smugcore island. And we were talking about like autobiographies, mirrors everywhere, fashion shows, you know, You know, okay, listen, you know what a great smug core island is? I think, oh my gosh, what is her name? She did an island where it was basically a film shoot. Like it was a whole like film studio. And that looked really cool. I think that that would be a good smug core thing. Late summer at a country club. Yeah, the country club, absolutely. Basically Hollywood without, you know, the Hollywood mentality. That would be so cool, actually. Oh man. If I had ample free time, I would do that as a series. Okay, so we have the what would sisterlies be? I think sisterlies, like as a norm core, like sisterly sister like Uchi core. I think it would be something to do with like flowers. Flowers would have to be everywhere. It would have to be like lightly punky. Hollywood with less holly, less wood, and less wildfires, and also, you know, less corruption, right? Nope, we don't need her. Doctor's office at every corner. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mystic, hello, it's good to see you. Mystic, you're working on a holiday island right now, right? How's that going? Yeah, and I think also, I think a sisterly town would be more city vibes. Kind of like old city. Maybe even like Japanese. Because it's like they leave their hometown to grow and be positive. And honestly, the sport core that I think Kato did years ago when she made her big ass baseball field, Jock core would just be like 90s nostalgia sports. That would be so cool. Sunny Cloudy, hello. I have no idea what's going on. Are we discussing our islands? Yes, if you would like to share what you're doing with your island, absolutely. But we were talking about how we would design an island revolving one personality. And so like, what does a normal normcore island look like when it's all normals based on the personalities that are like that come out with their dialogue. And so we were like, we're just like going down the vibe. Currently moving villagers and buildings around. Ew. But also a nice quiet corner. They get mad if you talk to them again. Yes. Yeah, but Sunny, are you working on an island right now? I want to hear. I'm nosy as heck. We're also going villager hunting for a peppy because I'm minus a peppy right now. Aiming specifically for like Maddie to come back, Tabby to come back, but we're also looking for a peppy I've never had before, so it really depends. Twiggy and Piper would be good. I think I would prefer, I don't know if I'd prefer Twiggy over Piper. Who would I prefer over each other? I don't know. Who do you think of like the personality, like an island would be the hardest? I think Crankies would be so easy because Crankies would all be like about bonsais and like DIY stuff. And I think it would be early December. Early December, like when it's starting to snow, but there's still grass on the ground. I think that would be a good Cranky season. And Snooties would either be like deep summer. It would be a spa island, y'all. It's like they are not sorry. They are not sorry for taking up space. They are not sorry for, you know, reclaiming their joy and their time. And it would just be like no boys allowed. Yeah, Cranky is a DIY island. Lazy Core definitely has multiple snacking locations, 100%. And all about like, it would be a very vibrant one. I think that would also be a good summer, like early summer vibes for the lazies, or late spring. Because then, or that would be like a good back to school sort of like kid core thing, is just like a bunch of lazies with snacks and bugs and like playgrounds. That would be really cute. Who else? What Which personality haven't we talked about yet? I think we talked about, oh, peppies. What would a peppy be? Would that also be like rock camp? Like it would be a summer camp for becoming a rock star? Oh yeah, think natural DIYs everywhere, 100%. Auto repair shop for crankies. Some of the crankies give me mechanic vibes, 100%. 100%. It would also be like low tech because they're like, we don't need computers. We don't need TV. And they're also like into gift giving, which I think is really cute. So it's like, yes, we could probably do a retirement village for all the crankies, but I think it's just like a very natural, like all of them would have like the log houses. That would be cute. Peppy Festival. Yes. Peppy Festival, but during like Southern Hemisphere, not in the winter. The one thing I will say about the Southern Hemisphere islands when I've had them is that they have the best experience with any holiday. I am absolutely correct in that because Festival is in the summer. Pumpkin season is during cherry blossom season. Bunny Day is during the fall, as a true horror should be. And if you want to like go south for the winter to enjoy fun in the sun and have like Christmas with a Barbie, hello demon cow, it's the perfect experience. Benny, hello. Yeah, no, Spoopy Spring, absolutely. It is so cool. I loved cherry blossom season in October. It was so amazing. It was actually around this time that I think I did the for the House Rabbit Society, the fundraiser, and then I started a second island that was in the Southern Hemisphere that was an all rabbit island. Cherry blossoms get overtaken by, oh yeah, because you lose all the DIYs. That is the one issue, is like, unless you have a spicy means, or if you're an avid trader, you're going to lose a lot of the cherry blossom ones, which really stinks. Coding, that's really difficult because you have to not only code different, oh, sorry, gotta readjust. You not only have to code for 2 different experiences and seasons, but it all has to work out. So I can only imagine how hard it is to prioritize 2 seasonal DIYs at the same time when they're vying for it, like for a spawn. Are there ads going on? Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh. Oh, okay. How are we doing with villager hunting? I don't know how many tickets we've used so far. I'm just talking. Unless it's a bamboo island, I'm not getting bamboo. But yeah, the pumpkining and cherry blossom season, so perfect. Honestly, if I could have cherry blossom trees year-round, I would love that. I don't think that's possible. I'm sure that people have modded it into their game, but oh, so pretty. Either that, I know that cherry blossom season is only a couple of weeks, and that's true because cherry blossoms, that's my OG lazy. Man, I'm seeing a lot of my OGs here. I think cherry blossom season was a little bit longer this year in Korea. I think it was like maybe 3 weeks that the cherry blossom stayed blossoming. But I would really like for just like, I want a month of cherry blossom season. I want a month of red hardwood trees because it's so short. And yes, that is an appreciation of very finite and limited experiences, and that's important. But I want a month of cherry blossom season. Horns baby, yes. Sisterly villagers like flowers, so they're definitely... Oh yeah, it would be totally like a flower core sort of vibe for a sisterly island. So yeah, if anyone's like looking to do a one personality challenge island, do it. Do it. Because what you could do is look up, like on Nookopedia, for example. It's like, they are incessantly friendly and excitable, making them very quick to apologize for anything they regret doing, even if they've not done anything particularly wrong. They're bubbly and cheerful. Let me see what else. Oh, this is the Animal Crossing fandom. Ew. There we go. Energetic, friendly, and overexcited. They find to get easy with other villagers, but they may become the center of jokes and gossip created by snooty and crankies. So rude. So rude. Let's see. Oh, we want to fly. Oh, they also talk about video games, right? So you could have an arcade. You could have an arcade for a peppy. That would be cute. Turkey Day leaves are green, which is nice. Oh yeah, the Southern Hemisphere Turkey Day thing is so cool. I think my favorite 30-day island that I ever did was the no storage island, where I did a holiday island in the Southern Hemisphere. And that really changed my perspective about having an island in a different hemisphere. I really liked it. I don't think that's often appreciated, because it's like, oh wait, December, it's summer? I'm like, yeah, you know, a good portion of the entire human population experiences a different season than you. Go figure, right? It's just, it's so cool. How does one even get so many Nook miles? Oh, Sunny, this was through ill-gotten gains, but also, eventually, I need to, like, work these down. All right, let's see. Who do we have? We have Rudy, right? We're not gonna take Rudy. Have we only seen 2 peppies in 15 tickets? That's not bad, actually. It was so touching for... Oh, thank you. Yeah, my big thing about Animal Crossing is that I have so many items. I have so many items in my inventory that I'm never gonna use, because I'm settling for a specific vibe, unless of course I'm like, I'm just going to destroy everything and redo it. But it's so hard to like use the items that you know you love using, but you just don't have the space, or it's not the vibe. And so you hold on to it thinking that one day it's going to be helpful. And then you just hoard nearly 5,000 things. Eventually, we should probably do a bubble break, yeah? Should probably do a bubble break. That'd be helpful. Alright, let me see. What do we got? What do we got? We have... Oh, my poor voice. Wait, is it Rocco? Is it EJ's best friend? Oh my gosh. Hi, Rocco. Rocco's a cutie. I have really come to appreciate the hippos. Although I don't know if I'm ready for Bubbles' redemption arc. I've never had her. It's a name association. It's not her fault, but it's like, oh my gosh, do I bring Bubbles to an island? I'm also okay with getting truffles, because I kind of have it in my head that like I could do like a Pat fan build, not in a creepy way, in a totally respectful, loving way, but an Nintendogs build would be so funny. It would be so funny. I wonder if Pat still has the comic I drew of because I was documenting Animal Crossing drama, specifically with like content creators and their least favorite or most favorite like villagers. And so when he was working on Horrorland's rendition of a Vegas island, I drew truffles with him. And oh man, it was so fun. I wonder if I can get that printed and sent to him. That'd be funny. Bubbles has the fashion hobby. Why does she have a sports house? Maybe she does designing for teams, you know? Fashion goes beyond, you know, what's being... We also have Bianca. No, I don't want Bianca. I've already had Bianca. Both Bianca and I think... oh my gosh, what's her name? We just had her. We just had her. Why can't I remember things? Bengal. Bengal. We're both, I think, on the hard mode 2.0 island. Do I have any DIYs? I am still holding out for a forbidden altar. I think that is one of the very few DIYs I do not have. Bianca used to be my go-to peppy, then I found more I liked. Which ones do you like now? My filler queen peppy was Chai for the longest time. I like having Chai on an island. I think she's also my favorite Sanrio villager. I have yet to have... Like, I had Marty, and I grew to like Marty. I liked... Wow, I can't remember. Who's the bunny? Literally had him for the bunny island. The one who does Karo Karo Karopi stuff. The smug. Wow, my brain is not braining today. Anyway, that one. I have yet to have Chelsea. And I have yet to have Rilla on the island. If we get apple, I think what I'd like to do is like an apple, like a small apple orchard over by her house. That would be really cute. And like just do a really obnoxious apple theme for her. And I think for Tabby, I like Tabby. Tabby was such a great villager. She sang all the time on my first island. Tutu, Rosie. Tutu, I really liked. I think, like, as far as designs go, I think she's my favorite peppy. I had her on the island for a while, and she wasn't as social as the others, which is fine. Oh, wait, who's this? It's Tipper! Oh my gosh, I love Tipper. Whenever I see Tipper, it reminds me of Becca. I like it. But Tutu, I was kind of disappointed. I was really hoping for a little bit more from her. But that's okay. Like, sometimes you just don't vibe with people. That's real life. I've had Rosie before. I had Felicity for the 30-day island of just playing the game. That's where I had Rocket and had my personal growth moment. Because Rocket actually turned out to be a really fun villager. What was the other one? I grew to really like Pango. Pango was one of the first villagers. I think it was for Rags to Riches, I think. And like I had Pango and I had Lobo on an island, and usually I go for natural villagers that come in like blacks, browns, whites, grays, things that you would probably see in real life. But I've really tried to expand my horizons and try different villagers that were very vibrant and I was very uncomfortable having. So I'm like, I don't know how to decorate with vibrance. I don't. I'm a very desaturated sort of NB, which kind of sucks because I would like to be more colorful. We also need to do a bubble break. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the bubble break now because while I'm thinking about it, because I will forget. I will forget. And we'll see who's there. So, oh my gosh. Did you hear that, y'all? Oh man. Oh man. So, yeah. Turn your body from sides to sides, friend. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. If you have been in the office goblin position, please be sure to correct your spine. If you have a chronic pain condition, or perhaps your body is not as mobile as it could be or as you'd like it to be, just do what you can. You know your body best. And go get some water, take your meds, eat a nom or a nom. And as you unclench your jaw, we're going to do a nice big belly breath. Inhale and exhale. Awesome. These Tim Tams, though, they slap. They slap. HubSpot's gonna be very excited for those. I wonder if, like, how they would taste in the freezer, because they're kind of, like, soft. And I think that they would have, like, a nice chewy sort of consistency if they were put in the freezer. Also, they'd last longer. All right, who do we have? We have Paula. What flavor are Tim Tams? This flavor is chocolate. Apparently there's mint somewhere, but it's chocolate on chocolate. It's delicious. It's delicious. I'm gonna remove my thing here, and I'm just gonna shake a tree because I may get a free thing. Oh no, just kidding. We do not want some free anaphylactic shock. No, thank you. I didn't bring the EpiPen today. Let's go. I could also put it in the fridge. That's also possible. People are so mean about Paula. I don't think she's that bad. 22 likes. Did we do the bubble break? We did. Also, HubsMod, the Tim Tams, I mukbanged them on stream. They're delicious, and I love you so much. I'm going to share. So yeah, I'm very excited. Have you muted? Oh. But yes, we did a bubble break. We did. I like Paula personally. I know that she's called something in reference to, like, the Tiger King or whatever. I see it, but also she's a cutie. She's a cutie. I like her little tooth. Her little tooth. It's adorable. Oh. Oh, I really need to work on my posture. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Wonder if, like, can I, like, move? Oh, there we go. There we go. Man, we're getting a lot of bamboo islands too. I don't think I need all of this bamboo, but, you know, it does not hurt to grab as much bamboo as possible. So who do we have? It's Ed! Oh my gosh! Hello, Ed. Ed reminds me of a friend of mine, so I'm always happy to see him. Does anyone have, like, friend associations with certain villagers? Either based off of, like, a physical appearance or a name? Robin the villager reminds me of a friend. And Ed reminds me of a lady friend who does really cool things with her hair. And she, for the longest time, was, like, platinum blonde. And she would have, like, a little swoop, like, on the side of her face. Cool. Ed, I'm stealing all the food, Ed. I'm so sorry. In the spirit of, like, being petty, what is a villager, or who is a villager that you have an unnecessary, like, vitriol vendetta against? Like, what villager just makes you so angry to see? I must know. I think Frank is mine. Although, now that I've been thinking about it, I'm like, you know, I've probably had some personal growth. Frank's probably fine. Shino and Judy. Yeah. Shino and I have some beef with her. Judy got better, but she's not my favorite. I still think she's hiding bodies somewhere. And I'm trying to think of somebody else that I just don't like on site. I try really hard to not do that because it's a game, it doesn't really matter, but I think it's important to like sit with why you feel these things. And sometimes it's because they did that thing to you in that previous game 20 years ago. Like, Eugene and Callie, menace, bully, don't let their cuteness fool you. Those two are evil. Chas because he was my default camper twice. Oh no. Judy would be nice to me and singing than an actual, but oh wait, we have a Peppy I've never had before. This is Penelope, right? Great to meet you. How are you? I'm Penelope. Welcome to my Hype-tastic island getaway. Oh yeah, no, Shino breaks hearts, man. It's not my island, but it will be. I want to be a pop star, and all the pop stars own islands. Good old bow ears, I know. Okay. How do we feel about Penelope? I mean, we still have 30 tickets to go. Should we risk it? Should we risk it? Should we risk it? She's lovely. I think I had her on a challenge island. She's lovely? Okay. Okay. Why don't we do a poll? Risk it? Risk it? Risk it for the biscuit or for the biscuit? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. We are really early. We still have like 2 hours of the stream left. We'll risk it. And of course, this will be the only Peppy that I've never had before. A log chair? Tia, are you kidding me? It could be Maddie. Belief feeds you forever. The promise of the thing. All right, let's see. Do we have an item? No. Do we have an item? No, we have a stick. Okay. But, you know, Nintendo is listening. We may be lucky. It may be Maddie. If it's Maddie, she's coming back. If it's Maddie, she's coming back. I'm trying to think, like, the only island that I've really been associating with recently was not my husband's island, my son's island. I'm trying to think who's left. Blair recently left. Drake recently left. Goldie recently left. So I may have them in the queue. Watch it be Maggie because of the game's like, oh, watch it be Maggie. Wouldn't that be hilarious? Wouldn't that be hilarious? Oh man. The stream I was modding has ended, so I'm back. Hello. How was the stream? Did you have fun? We passed over John Travolta, but we also passed over the first Peppy that I've never had before because it's still early yet. We could have our hearts broken just any moment now. Or get anaphylactic shock. Let's run! No! Run! Artsy Tina stopped by, said to show the kiddo that... Oh, got it. Thank you. I didn't realize that was a thing. We could do that. Al would never break your heart. He's too gentle. It was good. Thank you for asking. I might be getting... Oh no, you might be getting sick. Is there something that you can do to get yourself cozy and just be like, screw the world, I'm treating myself? That sounds like PJs, tea, or chocolate. I mean, that's what I'm doing. I'm literally in my PJs today. It is a PJ stream day, y'all. I did not get out of my PJs today. I literally dropped my son and my husband off in my PJs. Still have you muted, so I can't hear your response, but I just want to let you know there was more fun. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, here's a bias I want to get over. I want to have like a gorilla on the island eventually. Like for a substantial amount of time. Like Rocket was great. I like Rocket. She's fine. Hans still remains to be my favorite. But like Louie would be a fun villager. Kiwi would be a fun villager. Boyd needs a color swatch introduction to his color scheme, but like I think that they're fine. I want Al for Halloween just for the fun. Rainbow, do it. PJs all the time. So all the talk about Tim Tams earlier was Tim Tams in your Jam Jams. It was Tim Tams in the Jam Jams. Tim Tams. This is another villager I've never had before. I don't frequently get monkeys on an island. Nana is a cutie, but not my fave. Tammy though, Tammy the monkey, so cute. I want to have Shari on an island at some point. That would be fun. I really like Tammy. She's a lemur. Like what's not to like, you know? You also got a Peppy. Laser Sharp, hello. Who is the Peppy? Who is the Peppy? I must know. Spill the tea. Oh, wait. Oh, I should probably be drinking water, too. Hand-eye coordination's not working today. Tianshang Deli and Nana are my favorite monkeys. Tammy looks a little intense. Tammy is literally based off of a lemur, though. Like, it's the same red eyes. She's cool. I like her a lot. And Shari is also based off of a real species that unfortunately has a very real designation with Peep. So, you know. There's 4 lady monkeys, right? There's Elise. There's Shari. There's Nana. There's Tammy, right? There's no others, is there? I'm trying to think. I don't think so. Are there only 4 lady monkeys? Pink villager shares her name with something edible? Truffles? Did you get truffles? No. Elise, Nana, Shari, Tammy, Deli, Flip. Okay. 10 monkeys in total. Okay. So they're also a very small species number. Okay. Is it truffles? Is it truffles? There's also Gala. Gala is based off of a food. It was peanut. I mean, there's so many pink peppies that are based off of food, though. So, we talked about the personal growth, correct? We talked about the personal growth, correct? Is this girl worth my personal growth? Discuss. This is one of the very few villagers that I have an unnecessary dislike toward. Like, she has done nothing to me. She has never been on an island that I've, seen. She apparently sees me now. Maddie does look different. Yeah, see, like, yeah, no, I'm a little concerned. No, okay, let's go talk to the girl. And then I'm gonna do a quick, like, refill of my tea. And then we'll discuss. Wow, I didn't expect to see anybody on this island. Nice to meet you. I'm Bubbles. You're from Lagom. I've totally heard of somebody really cool from there. Maybe you know them. Their name is Artsy. Uses the correct pronouns. Love that. That's you. Wow, a pair of celebrities on one island. Well, I'm in celeb in training, but it's still fab. You could always boot her with Bluebear. He was champ, yeah. I don't know if I want this personal growth. I don't know. I picked my next tattoo. I just haven't gotten it done yet because tattoos are expensive and out of fast. Oh yeah, I still have like 7 tattoos that I need to consider. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna... Would I rather have a Bubbles growth or a Frank growth? I'd rather have a Frank growth. That's sexist of me, I know. But I at least have a good, reasonable dislike of the man. Bubbles does, yeah, it's, again, it's not her fault. It's really not her fault. It's not even what she's wearing. It's like, I just have a really bad name association with her of a real IRL person, and I don't think I'm ready for that personal growth yet. It's gonna be a Fleetwood Mac one. Ooh, that's cool. That's cool. All right, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna re-water my tea. That was such a weird thing to say that I was going to add more water to my tea, but I will be right back. So yeah, go treat your... Hello. I know I cut myself off as I said, like, go treat yourself, but yes. Bubbles does need a better outfit. I 100% agree. I still, again, I argue this every time it's brought up. I think the reason why we don't like villagers is because some of the outfits are pretty egregious. Give our pink rhino, lipstick lesbian, Chicky Poo Renee a different outfit, different vibe. It's the way that I feel about, like, I'm trying to think of somebody's outfit. Like, the reason why I was hesitant about Joey is that he's wearing technically a sumo loincloth, technically, but it looks like a diaper. And so I'm just like, all right, I'm just going to give him really long clothes. He's fine. Got flame broiled in that tea? Absolutely. Absolutely. Wasn't like the orange dress originally a meat dress or something? Oh, tea. My beloved. My beloved. Still haven't finished my Bob's Burger Movie Island, but I'm going to be working on it again this weekend. That's a cool island idea. Do you have Frida on the island, or are you doing, like, which villagers are representing the certain characters? Lily! Oh, that's a villager that I definitely grew to love. I strive to not be all like, oh, they're so cute, and just be, uh-oh. We're not taking Lily, but Lily was also on this island for the holidays, and she was great. I really liked Lily. You'll call it the meat dress, but only because of Patty. It's not really a meat dress on Colt. Oh. For some reason, I thought there was a meat dress in Animal Crossing, and then they removed it. Oh, itchy. Was I incorrect? I must be incorrect. I'm a fake Animal Crossing fan. I have no idea. Well, Hank, you've played the previous games, right? You probably know better than I. You remember Lady Gaga's meat dress? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Didn't she release an album this year? I haven't listened to it, but I've heard it was pretty good. Artsy 100% accidentally clicked on I want to visit someone during this hunt. Mm-hmm. For a lot of the people, characters, I just created them as characters to represent them. For the villagers, it's been a hot minute since I checked in, but the last I had Bob, Gail, Murphy on it for sure. Oh, Murphy was to represent Luis's nightlight. I've never really watched Bob's Burger because I wasn't sure what to expect with it, and it was definitely more... It was more crass-humored than I had anticipated it being, and so I think it was a bit jarring for me. Wait, no. This girl really wants to come to the island. Holy moly. Holy moly guacamole. Oh my gosh, we have her on standby for the amiibo. What do you mean fab to meet you? Girl, I talked to you yesterday. I talked to you yesterday. I talked to you yesterday. What do you mean it's fab to meet you? The odds are pretty ridiculous, but you know, we don't need to take her just yet. She's already on standby with amiibo, so I don't think we need to take her. We still have like an hour and a half. You accidentally did it twice? Oh no. Oh, because you forgot to add an extra stack. She is a cute bear. This is a villager that I've been really hesitant to have on an island because, you know, she's very blue and very like pastel and soft and all that. And you know what? Life's too short to like just limit yourself. So I've been trying. We're getting so many different bamboo things though. I had her uncle already. I did. I like Beardo a lot. I like Beardo a lot. I put Beardo, I think, in a towel wrap, and it was never not funny. And then the tube top, that was never not funny. Maybe she accidentally hit her head leaving on your island and forgot. I mean, if that's the case, then we have some liability concerns with accessibility and safety on the island, in which case she's probably going to sue. And that is a problem. Maybe, okay, maybe if... Wait, I'm just looking for bugs, don't worry about it. Maybe... I'm just looking for bugs. Maybe... Yeah, no, I'm just looking for bugs. Maybe if she just didn't remember this entire conversation. Aha, okay, we're safe. We can invite her and she won't remember. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Oh, wait, go this way. You only guessed one villager wrong for your challenge, though. I guess Clydeman was actually Buck. I mean, they're both green horses. Also, to those asking, why is he her uncle, not her father? Which I say there's no way Beardo has any... No, seriously. That is a bear. That's a bear's bear. Mm-hmm. Yeah, who was he, like, dating on the Hard Mode 2.0 island that I was trying to get him together with? Was it... It wasn't Apollo. There was another villager. I'm trying to remember. It was like a whole thing. Oh no, I'm trying to think. They were a really cute duo, but I think the other villager just wasn't really feeling it, which is weird. Lionel, thank you. Yes, it was Lionel. Hank, I love how you love you know my lore better than I do. Yes, it was Lionel. Lionel is also a great villager who was also in the tube top. Mm-hmm. Beardo kind of looks like the main character from the game Disco Elysium. I have no idea about that game. I hope that's a good association. He just reminds me of like an older English gentleman who's in the countryside who loves flowers. You know, here's what he reminds me of. He reminds me of Frog and Toad, who are gal pals, pillow friends. Friends. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I just remember being so happy you had Beardo and Lionel. I love them so much, and they got a lot of hate from the fandom. Yeah, no, I think what's kind of unfortunate is we don't give villagers a chance to be something beyond our prejudice, and I don't think people like to sit with this notion that pretty privilege does exist. And that was one of the main reasons why I was like, I don't want to have Molly. I don't want to have like the typically cute villagers. I just want to like, I want to meet them where they are, and I want to have my own sense of drama just because of you know, the stuff they do, which is why like Judy was a menace on my island the first time. The second time she behaved. But like getting to experience Lobo was really interesting. Lionel was really fun. I like the lions a lot, actually. I think the lions are really underrated. Yeah, he smokes a pipe while reading a newspaper in the morning. What are your plans for this island? Oh, Lexi, you've not been around for a bit, so let's do a quick tour. We're gonna take a pause because we're just kind of like chilling. So this is my Casual Crossing island from 2024. This was the island where I had certain goals of like how I would play the game, and it became my forever island. And I decided that I wanted to have kind of like a not a low tech, but I wanted to have like a forest town sort of vibe because I think that's my preference. And so my current forever villagers are basically up to Graham. It's Vesta, Fang, Olivia, Antonio. We have Sylvana, Gonzo, Graham, Muffy, and Joey. These, well, the 3 plots below Graham are always going to be in rotation. And so I basically just kind of figured out that I wanted something that was rather natural, but also something that you could do. And so we turned it into like a bike-focused walking town that most of the villagers have a neighbor, whether it's another villager or it's like the businesses. And I started realizing what I wanted to do with adding small little builds that were, you know, food community focused, and I had a lot of fun doing it. So it's like, it's not a major theme. It's mostly just that I want to have a game and a save that I can actually play Animal Crossing on. That still felt decorated. That still like I could collect all the bugs, the fish, the sea creatures, which I mean you can do anyway. And it's mostly really natural right now that I need to clean up. Yeah, Beardo does have cute eyes. Oh, hi! I have things for you. But yeah, most of it's just like a really chill time. The entire island is accessible to villagers, so no matter where you are, you can navigate around the island no problem. So I still take that very seriously, that accessibility is a major thing, both in my island builds and just in general. And so I've just been like slowly putting together what I really like to do. Did we find someone? No, I'm giving Lexi the grand tour because she hasn't been on a stream in a hot minute, and I was giving her a quick tour of what Lagom had transformed into. Originally, I was hoping to do something a little bit more Eastern European, like DIY, but that's not what really brings me joy. And that's not to say that I don't like Eastern European builds. Like, I love this over at Angry Coconuts builds. I love Mark Wars. I love what people do with it. It's just I can't get into the spirit of it for some reason. And so what I wanted was like, well, I kind of just want an island where people can walk around and have city sits. I want to make sure that villagers can sit in places anywhere and everywhere and just have a really fun time. Thank you for what you said a moment ago regarding the less liked villagers. Reframed my perspective quite a bit. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, no, it's important to like just sit with it, and it's okay if it's just like you don't like them. It's okay. For the most part, what I've realized about many of the villagers is just like it has not been their time. It's not been the vibe, and I think a fortunate consequence of things like hard mode and rags to riches where you had to take villagers. You know, you had to take them at their campsite. You had to, you know, either take a villager at the last ticket or let it autofill. It's like you had to sit with giving villagers a chance and giving them autonomy, which was very revolutionary to how I play now. I don't know if Pat did that on purpose, but it's like I see villagers very differently. And most of them, it's like, I don't think I'll ever have them on an island and I'm okay with that. But I'm not just like, oh, ew, you know? I don't do that. I don't do that. Except for Bubbles, apparently. It's okay if there's things with villagers' appearance that you can't get past. Oh yeah, no, there are some design choices that I'm just like, In the same way, like when we saw Penelope. Penelope's skin color feels a little too desaturated for the rest of the pink. And it feels a little off. And I can't look past that. And oh, there's Kyle. Hi, Kyle. So there's like a couple of villagers that are like that. Faith's like that too, with like her face in comparison to the rest of her body. But then I really grew to like Zoe, who's literally an alien cosplaying as an anteater. Like, I think that's so cool. I think Zoe would have been more fun as a peppy though. I did that a lot in previous versions of the game, as if they gave us a chance. Her skin is a green undertone. Yeah, it's like, it's a little, it doesn't, if it was more of a cooler color instead of it being warm, I think that it would have looked much better. And I think she would have a lot of people like loving her. But also there's, who's like the punk rock mouse that people like to hate? What's her name? I haven't had her before. Bella. Okay, gonna be honest. I think Bella, if we find her, I think I'd take her. I think I would take either Bella, Tabby, Blueberry's on standby, or what's her face? Maddie. But like Peggy would be cute. Peggy would be a cute villager. She would be a really interesting vibe. Truffles, I would take Truffles. I'd take Truffles in a heartbeat. It's your birthday twin? Yeah, Bella. I like Bella. I didn't like her before because like, oh wow, she's a lot. But also the whole thing with Animal Crossing, and this is what I love about how people are like, oh, cozy games aren't political. It's absolutely political because Animal Crossing has you confront the bias that you have when you see something. And yes, we live with visual bias and prejudice. In some cases, it is absolutely warranted. It helps with protecting yourself from things that aren't safe. However, it's a learned behavior that can also cause a lot of damage and harm to other people as well as yourself. And so I've been sitting with this notion of like, what about Bella is too loud? And then I realized like, well, I've been called too loud. That's a really painful thing to hear. That's like, or too much or too sensitive or whatever. And I'm like, maybe we need to like see them as they are and meet them where they are, right? Avery. Avery also, by the way, was the eagle that put all the eagles on their redemption arc after my fiasco with Hank. I've definitely heard some villagers get called ugly that I strongly disagree with. I will say Bella with Sid. Oh, that's cute though. Listen, I can either see like bestie friendship or like they're close. That would be cute. Man, a punk rock island would be so dope. Yeah, because you could have Sid. You could have Bella. Who else would be like a punk rock situation? Definitely Renee. Renee the rhino and Renee the horse would be punk rock as hell. Who else would be punky? Rocco would be punky. And Tiffany. I love Tiffany. Cherry hat. Oh yeah, Cherry has to be there. Absolutely. Yep. Fuchsia too. Listen, we love a girl's girl. We do. Punk rock is just sisterly core. Okay, that's fair. Punk rock is just sisterly core. You could listen. There could be honorary sisterlies. That's fine. That's fine. It sounds like a generally such a fun island idea. Write it down when you're finished with your island, and if you want to do something new, do it. Like, listen, I don't. I don't copyright ideas. Have at it. I would honestly rather see other people create it because I just don't have the time. I'm working on a game. I'm apparently designing a peer mediation program for a school and running PD in a month, 2 months, 2 months. So do it. Punk rock and flowers. Oh, you could call it like rose thorn or something. Or I've actually gotten back into like punk rock, and there is a punk rock group called the Muslims, which is it's sung and the musicians are all Muslim young men, all queer men, and they are so good. They're so good. Oh yeah, super edgy. Oh, oh my god, we love single moms though. I love this girl. If I was looking for a normal, I would take her in a heartbeat. Kid is, I think, my favorite kangaroo. Oh my gosh. I haven't had her since, I think, Sonder. No, not Sonder. Since, Isla Fika. Isla Fika was, she was the normal. Maiko, welcome back. I've never had Cherry before. Also, it had never been her time. And I think, again, it was just me sitting with the fact that I really shy away from vibrant colors. And I think that's more of like a personal journey that I have to do outside of gaming for me to like implement it in the game. Because I know that Hey is a really pastel girly. Like pastel, Hey Daisy by the way, is a pastel natural like leafy green with really beautiful colors involved, and I'm just not a pastel person. But I think one of the main struggles I've had is moving away from my IKEA beige, because you know, as you get older, people say, oh, you shouldn't be wearing a lot of color, which I think is totally nonsense, and wanting to like embrace your inner colors, you know, just do it. Which kangaroo is the pink one? Unless I made that up. It's Marcy. Is it Marcy or Margie? Marcy. It's Marcy. I only know this because my cousin had Marcy on her island in 2020. Okay, more of an elegant kind of style or lush. I like a lot of jewel tones. Yeah, for me, it's like I like woodsy accents. Like put me in the woods with like mushrooms and moss over an open field with like a bunch of flowers any day. Any day. I'm not like, I like coastal coloring of like blues and whites and you know, rust. But I'm like mushrooms, moss, trees, leaves of all shapes and sizes and colors, nuts and fruits. Like that's my thing. That's my preference. And Eloise, not today. Enjoy your lurk. Marcy is the one villager that I'd visual hang up that I can't get past with no IRL associations. Where is Marcy's nose? She's noseless and nose shaped, and nosely. Oh man. Again, I think they're not gonna do this, but my sincerest hope is that they do something a little bit different with the Joeys in the next game. Like either they look a little different or they are not mimicking what the parent is doing, because that's terrifying. All right, what ticket are we in? Okay, we've got 19 tickets left, so we've been doing pretty well. Or let the Joeys fall asleep while the mom sat down. No, seriously, wouldn't that be so flipping cute? Or like the Joey looks up and smiles, you know, like that's just cute. That's just cute. I don't know how difficult that would be to program, because I think the main reason as to why, like this is a coding thing, I'm fairly certain. So basically they have just made the Joey a smaller version of the mom's head, right? So whatever the mom is doing, with the exception of like talking, it's still doing like the same thing. So it's like it's the same sculpture, but limited, and it connects to the physics of whatever the villager is doing with animation. So I can only imagine how hard it would be to animate that, because you already have a coding like for the animation of what they're doing and when they're talking, and I think that would take a lot of code and a lot of different physics for that to work. Look at me actually knowing what I'm talking about. Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? Ooh, that's a big fish. Maybe they could do the Game Freak handled Kangaskhan Khan, because that Joey's not a replica of the mom. So so with Game Freak, because I don't know this, but does the baby do something different than the parent? Like, do they do different animations? You mean you don't want to be like Pocket Camp when the kangaroo's in the hot tub and the Joey's under the water? Oh my god, that's horrific. Fueling the not only the nightmare, but also the point that they're literally xenomorphs. If you make a little play area, I want to see the baby. Oh my gosh, that'd be so cute. Yeah, it's I think the other issue too is that, you know, unfortunately this falls into the belief that the Joey's the extension of the parent, which, you know, isn't true in real life. Like, kids are autonomous human beings and are not extensions of their parents, which is a very new concept within the last like 30 years. But I think people would then just want to have a bunch of kangaroos so they could literally have double the amount of villagers than they would have. And that may be a little difficult. Okay. Who do we have? We have Cranston. No, not today, buddy. I already have the lazy. Is Cranston, Zach from Switch Force's favorite character? I'm trying to remember. I associate Cranston with Zach a lot. And not because they're just both tall. There was a reason. There was a reason. And ooh. What are you? What did we get? An Imperial Partition. Fancy. Yeah, I'm really curious. I'm very excited for what Nintendo does next, because Animal Crossing New Horizons was a huge pivot from the original game. And I think it's really cool that customization and creativity is a focal point of the game. But I really do hope they bring back the old things. Like, the villagers don't have to be mean. They don't have to, like, hurt people's fifis, but it is a good lesson of understanding boundaries and, like, you know, warming up to people. Cranston was your original lazy. That's cool. Add the thing that fans want. I mean, there's a lot of things that the fans want. Like, I want to have diagonal pathing, and I don't think that's ever gonna happen, because that requires, like, there's laying down the pathing, then there's doing it again to curve it, and then you'd probably have to do a third time in order to slice it. And I don't know if that would be something they were okay with doing. I miss being able to customize the train station in New Leaf. Yeah, no, they definitely need to bring back customization of buildings, because could you imagine just truly how vibey that could be? At least bulk shopping, half my storage is closed. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Give me a pastel town hall. Give me like... I'm okay with the way the town hall looks now because that's just how my island, like it fits the island vibe just fine. But what I want is to, like, let me change the plaza to be a different stone, like like even just the stone options we have for pathing. All right, who do we have? Hello. Hello. Wait. Oh. We have another villager that I've never had before. We have Annabelle. Wait, does she... Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. Is this the one that has the butt? I think she is. I think she's the one that has the butt. Hold on. Hold on. Hey, girl. Can you, like... No. I need you to, like... Listen, this is so rude. I'm aware how rude this is. Yeah, can I, like, have you... Oh, no! No. Good luck relaxing. Yeah. Okay, wait, listen. She does. She has a little tush. She 100% has a little, like... Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, wait, no, that's her dress. Never mind. That's her dress. Just kidding. It was the dress clipping into her body. Never mind. Sorry, Annabelle. That was so rude of me, but I was just very curious. Ooh, yeah, Tortimer Island. Yeah, also, I kind of... I never really got to experience the multiplayer aspect of Animal Crossing from the previous games, and my introduction to, like, playing as a competition was late into the Animal Crossing life with New Horizons, with, like, Sabotage League and Last Crosser Standing. But I think it would be really cool if we could do more on other people's islands. Like, you can have best friendship, right? You can make it where you have to be, like, a certain level of friend in order to, like, be able to decorate on the island. But what's the last movie I watched? Oh man. I think the last movie I watched was The Boy and the Heron. The Studio Ghibli film, the most recent one that came out, like, a while ago. I want to see K-pop Demon Hunter so bad because the music's bopping. The music's bopping. But yeah, I think it's the Boy and the Heron. Oh, Spirited Away. That's my favorite Studio Ghibli film. That is my favorite film of theirs. Oh, it's Tank. All right, well, thanks, man. I didn't have to do the work. Appreciate you. Let's see. Watch me, like, run for my life. Okay. Run away, run away, run away, run away, run away, run away, run away. There we go. Haha. Yeah, Spirited Away. Like, I feel that Studio Ghibli, those sorts of films, like, you need to have, like, a rainy day where you open your windows if you can, and you have either fresh ramen or, you know, just ramen, and you sit in a pillow fort and you just binge things and cry. This is why I carry the medicine. Maybe an unpopular opinion, but as someone who played New Leaf, I hated Tortimer Island. I didn't find the minigames fun. Interesting. Is it because that's just not your preference for playing? Is it too stressful? Is the time crunch a little weird? Did it feel lacking? I'm curious. In the same way that Animal Crossing GameCube had, like, actual games in the game, like Donkey Kong, like all the originals, I think it'd be really cool to have, you know, the Animal Crossing lap from Mario Kart 8. in the next Animal Crossing where you could play with friends, or something with Donkey Kong, or like just something that would allow for you to appreciate and try things, kind of like a free demo of how it plays. That would be really cool. It felt lacking, like there was no motivation outside to do it outside of the items. Oh yeah, that sounds about right. You haven't seen Kiki's Delivery Service? Honestly, if you are struggling with burnout and just like trying to figure out who you are with what you have, Kiki's Delivery Service sounds like that would be up your alley. It's a good film to confront what happens when the things that you're good at either no longer bring you joy or you're just not able to do it anymore for whatever reason. And it's an incredible story of just like kind of working with where you are. It's excellent. It is not the same at all as the book. The book is a lot more silly, but it definitely Kiki's Delivery Service sounds like that would be something you should watch. I haven't seen any of the movies, but I really need to. Oh, Micah. Oh. So I'm planning to do a video on AI in specifically like art, game development, and accessibility. Like that's kind of the thing I want to talk about. And the more that I read up about like AI and like its history and how we have this umbrella term, it's like the more that I have more nuance about what it means for the future. But I will say that the biggest issue I have is this fear that we aren't teaching young people to treat AI, specifically with what's available, like ChatGPT, as a research platform instead of just doing it the easy way. And there is no way that a computer program can replicate the human emotion, the energy, and the work that a Studio Ghibli film evokes in you. And the fact that it still slaps. Like the ones from the 80s still hold just top tier animation work. And I don't think that will ever be replaced. Mira! Oh my gosh. But I sit with how brilliant Miyazaki is and how brilliant these films are. And just from like a technical perspective, just seeing the care that goes into every single part of the film, the background, the music, the ambiance, the characters, the dialogue, it is incredible. And I know like I know I don't like to support Amazon unless absolutely necessary, but I know that they are available for renting on Amazon. It's like everything ends up copying copies upon copies and loses the heart. Yeah, so and that's a very fair point. And I think what I'm seeing now is we're kind of in this gold rush era of AI. And so we are seeing a lot of like generated, no care went into it. It's just to make money and people can see it. That's what AI slop is. And it's going to get to a point where people are so fatigued seeing it that it's going to fall out of favor, thankfully. And that hopefully, if AI is going to be used in a creative space for whatever reason, that instead of firing people who worked really hard with the industry standard to create like amazing, beautiful things, that you train people which would be either difficult or expensive to, for the industry to do, that it allows for the artists to adapt. And that's not to say that I'm not highly critical of generative works. I am. It is a bias that I still continue to sit with of how I'm going to have this discussion about AI, specifically generative and LLM stuff. But you cannot replicate the true beauty of a Miyazaki film. You can't. Like it's just, you can't do it. There was somebody that tried and I was like, why would you do that? Like you could have done something else. Oh yeah, no, like NFTs, this man. NFTs is something else that I would love to do a video on because, you know, it does kind of break down this whole concept of like, well, what is currency actually? How do we apply value to currency? Why do we have a specific belief of what currency is? My only issue with NFTs is that people were literally stealing people's artwork to sell because it was a copy of a copy, and there was a lot of legal issue with that. I have an issue with that 100%. But it's really phenomenal how things like AI has us sit with this notion of like, well, what is art? Why are we threatened by generative content that does not evoke the same sentiments and feelings? What is art? You know, it's a really interesting conversation that is going to be hours long. It's going to be like a 2-hour long video, y'all. Like, buckle up. It's going to be enormous. But yeah, the beliefs that I had or where I thought it was going to go is very different than where it's actually going. Do you still not like Stu? I had Stu on this island, actually. Like, I like him fine. It's more just that he was showing up on every single villager hunt, and I've yet to see him in, like, years on a villager hunt, except for the one time that I went villager hunting specifically for him for the lazy. Miyazaki has more to his work than just pretty visuals. His stories are about the human spirit. Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. It's also really interesting that, you know, I think I introduced my parents, who are very Western-minded Americans, and they did not get the same feelings of Japanese or Eastern storytelling that it would be with the West, because, you know, I was sitting with The Boy and the Heron and how it's a great representation of Eastern, specifically Japanese storytelling, in that the protagonist does not have to have a major shift or change in their personality for it to be a good ending. And in fact, there wasn't really a substantial change in the characters, only that their perceptions of their situation had shifted. And that there is a term for it. I don't know the term, but it's like lacking conflict or lacking plot. And I was sitting with watching this buildup of The Boy and the Heron, because in a lot of the other Miyazaki films, it's just like you are experiencing the world and then something happens towards the end, and then it's just status quo. Life goes on. And it's so fascinating that it still continues to be that that storytelling framework where you're just experiencing the world. There's not even an antagonist, really. There's nothing that's actually evil. It's seeing people where they're at. It's so fascinating. Hello, Mama Cats, good to see you. Yeah, no, Miyazaki's films, incredible. The dubbing can be sometimes very silly. If you've ever watched a Miyazaki film in English, but with the Japanese to English dubs, it is a very different story. It is a very different story that does something that I think Western audiences would find very, not repulsive, but it wouldn't make sense. Oh man. But yeah, the acting, the dubbing for The Boy and the Heron is good. I know that Mark Hamill is in it. Robert Pattinson is in it. He plays the Heron. He's so funny. He's ridiculous. It was not what I expected at all from the film. I didn't know what to expect. It was wild. All right, where are we with tickets though? That's a good question. We're at 10 after this. Why is Kabuki always on a villager hunt that I'm not looking for him? Look at this man. What's the correct way to watch the movies? Is there one? No, all of them are standalone. My recommendation is to probably watch the older ones first so you can get a vibe of like Miyazaki films, because I think that there is a cultural shift in storytelling from the older ones. So if you are wanting something that's a little bit more, I mean, I would say that most of them are family friendly, but like they all hit serious things. Like it's mostly from the perspective of a young person or a literal child. Most of the protagonists are girls, which I think is really cool. I would say that starting with Kiki's Delivery Service would be a good one. My Neighbor Totoro is a good one. Arietti is a one that I watched more recently than the others, but it's not my favorite. It's good. It's just it's not my favorite. Spirited Away is one of my all-time favorites of their films. Ponyo is a good one. It was definitely a different shift in storytelling, but I still think it is good. I think that Ponyo was more designed for a Western audience to be introduced to Japanese film, personally. The Boy and the Heron is cerebral as heck. That may be one of the ones you want to watch later. What's another, like, I'm trying to think of the other films that I like. Oh, really? Arietti was directed by the same person who did When Marnie Was There? Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, there's a lot of different films. There's, what was it, the Graveyard of the Fireflies is one of the films that I've read the synopsis. I don't need to watch the film because that features child death, and I can't. But what's really cool about the films in general is that it's an introduction to various points in history of Japan, and so a lot of it is post-World War II, or, oh, Howl's Moving Castle. Howl's Moving Castle is also excellent. I liked Howl's Moving Castle. That is, I think, more Western-oriented. So if you want to kind of ease yourself into the storytelling, it's a little difficult because specifically, Howl's Moving Castle is based off of a book, and I would probably recommend reading the book before watching the film because a lot of the things that are just going on in the world don't have context. But what's brilliant about Miyazaki films is that it's all about the immersion. You just accept that you are in this world and things are going on around you and you have no idea what's going on. And that is incredible storytelling, in my personal opinion. Grave of the Fireflies, thank you. It's a rough watch. The end of the movie left me sobbing. Yeah, I cannot. I can't. I've already seen like snippets of it. I don't. No. So if you want to like just have an emotional wreck moment, that is a good film. Like it's one of those films like everyone should watch at least once. I'm not ready for that. Since becoming a parent, any idea of like anything featuring a child suffering or, you know, gone, I can't. Earthsea is also based on a book directed by Miyazaki's son, and the book is better than the movie that tries to cram 6 books in a movie. Oh, okay. Well, I will put up Earthsea though. I thank you for the book rack. Here, hold on. Let me do this really quickly. Does anyone else have like a Discord server that's like personally for you? And I have a text channel that's specifically for book recommendations that I need to remember to read. I'm back. Hi. So, Space Walrus, hello. Hubsmod, hello. Question. We are talking about Miyazaki films. Do you think that there's a specific order that someone should watch Miyazaki films in? And I was saying that maybe watching the older films and progressing forward and starting off with like My Neighbor Totoro, what was it, Kiki's Delivery Service, Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, Ponyo. We just had this girl. We're not taking her. The book compilation is written by, oh, Ursula Le Guin. Okay. So you have been, I think, one of the people who has recommended, because Ursula comes up a lot, especially when it's like, oh, you want to have magic stuff that doesn't have turfs in it? You should read her books. So that's good to know. Whisper of the Heart's excellent too. A specific order, Totoro Kiki is probably first since they're the simplest in plot. I would say that of complexity, I think The Boy and the Heron is one of the most complex that came from Miyazaki stuff. But granted, I do have a limited perspective of Miyazaki films. So I have not watched all of them. I just know my favorites. I had learned a lot about the historical, like, cultural norms of the time. And so I'm not gonna like ruin it for you or spoil it, but I was like, she's his what? Excuse? What? And so I read up on more of the history, especially in the era of post-world... No, I think that was like during World War II. And the difference of like social hierarchy when it came to like, you know, who your father is. And that was a really interesting introduction of like, wow, I don't know jack squat about Japanese culture. Well, Howl's is more complex because it's a made-up world that was written as a book. And I would also say that, yes, Howl's Moving Castle is very complex. A person who watches Pom Poko also might want to read about Japanese yokai. Oh, I love yokai. The folklore of Japan and Korea is so fun. Like, just Eastern folklore is so cool. Bamboo Island. We still haven't found... I mean, we found Blue Bear. We found quite a few peppies that we turned over, but, like, I kind of have my heart... We have Wendy again. Wow, this game thinks it's hilarious. Hi again, good call. The sister cup is full. Oh my gosh. Oh, Hubsmod, by the way, the Tim Tams are delicious. I was telling you while you had muted me that you were so lucky I just didn't eat the whole thing. A pile of cash, you say? I wish. I wish. Porco Rosso's another... Oh, I haven't... That's a film I definitely want to watch. I want to watch Porco Rosso, which is why I actually like Chopped in this game. Because he reminds me of Porco Rosso. Oh man, maybe we should watch Porco Rosso at some point. Have like a Studio Ghibli like popcorn ramen day. That sounds really nice. Went back and watched the taste test. Your enjoyment was a vibe. It's so good. I also like... I was mentioning that I love how there's things like Be Treatwise, in the sense that it looks like in Australia there's these requirements about like health ratings. So for example, this is a 0.5 health star rating, which indicates that it's not, you know, something that you should replace as a meal or whatever. But I interpret Treatwise as in like treats can be part of a balanced diet. Treats should be something to celebrate and enjoy because food is meant to be an enjoyable experience. It's only when things are done out of whack and you're not having moderation, but also there's this whole thing about like what you can afford. And so anyway, but yeah, I love that. The ramen movie party. Oh, let's do a ramen movie party. We'll make a pillow fort. I love Porco Rosso too, that he was him trying to write for adults as an audience. Oh, interesting. Yeah, because the majority of Miyazaki's films are about elevating young people's experiences. Because the majority of his protagonists are young, like specifically young kids. I think like what, Kiki's 13, the sisters in My Neighbor Totoro are grade school, maybe. The eldest daughter, I think, is like elementary school, maybe. And it's really cool that they're like, yeah, kids go on adventures. They should. They should. It allows for them to see the world and to learn of the dangers and to make their own decisions. We don't have shame for food, just include a bit of everything. Mm-hmm. Speaking of Marcy, oh my gosh. Oh, jeez. We may be getting Blue Bear. The universe may be saying you need to, like, blue it up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, we're just going. Run away! But yeah, Porco Rosso was something that I definitely wanna see. Because, if I recall, that was an Italian-inspired film, right? Like, because Porco Rosso, right? I think that's also a World War II based film. Jam tea. It takes place on the Adriatic Sea in the late 1920s. Just kidding. So post World War One then. Cool. Cool. Look at me being wrong, but thank you for the correction. World War One, yeah. See, like, there's a lot about Miyazaki films that I don't know about, but that is a bucket list of mine. I want to go to the Studio Ghibli Museum in Japan, and I also want to go to the Pokemon store in Japan, and I want to find an Oddish, a Ditto, and a Butterfree. All of my favorite Pokemon are purple, apparently. Got it. Enjoy your student. Hopefully they learn stuff. That sounded weird and inappropriate, and I didn't mean it that way. Okay, we're... Cookie! Wow, we're just getting peps in the steps. Like, look at this. We're just getting peppy after peppy. Now, could we get peppies that I've never had before and that fits the vibe check? Truffles, Maddie, Bella, Tabby. Not hard. I have a friend from high school who went to the Ghibli Museum and I told him living vicariously. Oh, God. Yeah, it looks so cool. I think that they were selling tickets that was based on, like, the actual film reels or something of Studio Ghibli films, which is wild. Time for a cup of tea. So much indigestion, been a wild week. Yes, go take care of yourself, Mrs. G. Again, thank you so much for the care package. You didn't have to do it. You did it anyway. We're gonna eat it all, like, within a weekend, so thank you. Oh, man. I'll have to check the ingredients because I may open this up to share during game nights because I think some of our friends need some chocolate in their lives. Yeah, eventually I'd like to go to Japan. It's really interesting that in living in Korea for nearly a decade, like, we don't really travel. It's a little bit more difficult with a young child because it was traumatizing traveling with him when he was 1.5 years. Like, I just... So I think we're waiting for him to be a little bit older before we go, like, travel. And also, like, when he's fully toilet trained and everything, it'll be a lot easier and less food picky. But I would like to go to Japan. I would like to go to Vietnam. Giddy Sissel, hello, thank you so much. Are you taking your first Peppy or Sears or anyone in particular looking for? It's good to see you. Well, we have, like, vibes that we're going for. We have Blue Bear in like Amiibo land right now, but I was kind of hoping to have Maddie return. I was also looking for, like, maybe Bella. It was really just, like, villagers that I've never had before or, you know, returning favorites. I'm looking for a Peppy. I'm just looking for a Peppy. How are you doing? Thank you so much for subscribing. But no, if we took the first Peppy that we saw, it would have been Wendy. And it was like, we still have like 1.5 hours, bestie. We're not gonna take ya. Used to have Maddie, she was very sweet. Yeah, Maddie was my OG Peppy on this island. And I was actually really sad to see her go. I'd be happy to get her back. Sienna! Hello, Sienna. It's good to see you. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I've been thinking about you. How are you? How's the fam? But most importantly, how are you? All right. Store. Is this the Tay? It's Cleo. Cleo. Hi, how are you? We're good. Just got baby girl to sleep. How is the sleeping? How's the sleeping? I'm doing okay. I've been sitting with a little bit of burnout because gestures wildly, the world's on fire, you know, usual. But been doing really good. I was just telling people that I've slowly but surely been getting back into game development and working on my game because that's hard for me to motivate myself to do. I've been doing art stuff. I think I'm going to be developing a peer mediation program for my husband's school, specifically for the high school, with their DEI JB department, which is very exciting. And also, I think I'm going to be doing a professional development day where I talk about unlearning bias in the classroom from teachers to how they reference and talk with their students. So I'm pretty excited. There's a lot going on that I wasn't prepared for, and that's now happening. But yeah, for the most part, been doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. The cats are great. The kid's great. The hubs is great. Got Tim Tams from Australia. It's awesome. We just started sleeping maybe a month ago. Before that, I thought I was going to lose my mind, and wait, look at you. Thank you. Glad the fam's good. Yeah. We were very lucky. My son is a sleep-tastic sleeper. We started sleep training at 4 months, and we did not look back. We got Zoe. How many? Oh gosh, we have 2 left. And he's a great sleeper, but a very picky eater. So like each kid comes with their challenges and their priorities, and you're doing great. I'm glad that she's sleeping though, just for your well-being, because I can only imagine how frustrating that is. How old is your kiddo now, if you don't mind me asking? It's okay if that's a personal question. Don't need to answer if you don't want to. But it feels like she's been here forever, and I know that's not true. Wish I started sooner. My girl's in feeding therapy right now because she would eat nothing. 15 months. The picky eating, I think, started with my son about 1.5. That sounds about right. We, the one thing that I wish we had done sooner was really pushed him to try new foods earlier. We just had our struggle with feeding in general, but you know, you learn what you learn. You didn't know what you didn't know, and you know the kid's gonna be great. The kid's going to be fine, hopefully, without diminishing what you're feeling. But yeah, it's my son. My son went through this phase where if it wasn't a bagel or a piece of bread or a smoothie, he would not eat it. Like it was a win when he would eat hummus. Oh my gosh. Or like he went on these things where he was progressively getting pickier and pickier. He would not touch and still will not touch cream cheese. Peanut butter and jelly is our lifeline. Cheese and hummus together is our lifeline. Ike? Ooh, Ike isn't fine, but he's not a peppy. Yeah, like you said, every kid has their strengths. Oh yeah, yeah. No, she'll figure it out. She'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. And you've got the means, you've got the science to help. But yeah. I was actually really worried for the longest time that my son had some like speech delay because his comprehension is great. He can read, like he's reading, and he's not even 4, like he's reading. But his language is very limited because one, he's a bilingual speaker. He speaks Korean, or he knows Korean and speaks English. And so his vocabulary was very limited until recently. But then I looked up like what to expect by your 3-year-old, and I was like, oh, he's fine. He's literally fine. I think it's because there's another 3-year-old in his class who is also bilingual, who is literally like a little adult. She is so well spoken, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like speaking in complete sentences, asking questions, and I'm going, oh my gosh. Yeah, we prioritize reading because that was our peacetime. Like we have a structure where every nap time he reads 3 books. And so Miss Rachel was a lifeline for talking about phonics and like spelling it out. And so we would do like, I don't know, there's like science, like the ABCs of science or something. And so I'd be like, A, Adam, ah. And so then he would be like, A, ah. But yeah. Best foods, no same. Started solids at 6 months and she just refused to eat until all literally. Oh, wow. Yep, that sounds about right. Speaking of Flo, oh my gosh. Oh, this is our last ticket. Oh snap. This is literally our last ticket. Well, I think what we can do is I can let's grab like 2 more tickets. Let's grab like 2 more tickets. And if we don't find a peppy within those 2 tickets, we'll get Blue Bear. Words talking is my daughter's one thing she's super into, but for phonics song, oh yeah. Phonics, phonics, phonics song. Miss Rachel, a vibe. Yeah, she's a sisterly. Mm-hmm. Oh, no. Baby talk bombardment is totally fine. It's okay if you want to move on from that too. Yeah, no. It's so cool. I just think like, man, watching a brain develop in real time is just amazing. Watching it with cats is not quite the same because my cats are sharing a brain cell, but yeah, it's so cool to watch just learning and growing. And also really healing that like learning and growing is a lifetime commitment, and it's just really cool to see. Look at the peeps. Cats be like that? Absolutely. No, cats literally be like that. I'm still offended that Oliver is a black and white cat when he's clearly orange coated. So he's the Duke of Orange. Mm-hmm. And he just always looks so bewildered whenever anything is going on. He's like, what? What's going on? What's happening? Yep. Oh, that's another thing I need to do eventually. It's like, I think I want to redo like all of the emotes. I think I want to sit with like the emotes that we have and just redo them. All right, so we talked about doing... I mean, we have time. Should we just do like a full stack? I can afford it. I have the money. Daddy's got the cash. That's a Spirited Away reference, by the way. Yeah, you know what the hell? Let's just do like a full stack. We got the time. We got the time. We got the money. And by the time it's going to be my birthday for the fundraiser I want to do with villager hunting, we'll I'll have it at 300 anyway. Isn't it wild that the one thing that really changed our perceptions of Animal Crossing, like as the economy, was the Nook Miles ticket? Because I don't think if we had access to Spicy Islands that I would even remotely have 293,000 Nook Miles saved up. Wouldn't that be just an interesting thing to like sit with? Daddy's got credit cards and cash. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's something else that I found really fascinating, is that was something that was replicated in The Boy and the Heron, where it's like, don't worry, son, daddy's coming. And I'm like, wow, that's not gendered. Interesting. Interesting. Oh my gosh. Man, I want to watch Spirited Away again. That is still one of my favorite films. I love that film. It leaves me with the sense of like, you just put one foot in front of the other, you do what you need to do, and then you go home. And you're forever changed, but life still goes on around you, you know? Wait, how many do we have? Elizabeth is on. Hi, Foxgrove. think... Wait, how many did I get? Are we at 10 yet? No, okay, we have one more. Okay, I mathed. I mathed wrong. Not surprising, I don't math. What's your favorite Studio Ghibli movie? Mine is either Spirited Away or Pompoko. I've never seen Pompoko. I think it's between Spirited Away and Howl's Moving Castle with Kiki's Delivery Service as a very like near second. Whisper of the Heart. I've never seen that one. So there's clearly a lot of Studio Ghibli films that I need to like see. I need to see them. All of them. And just cry. Grave of the Fireflies I will not see though. That is my one. No. I can't. Alright. You dressed yourself today. Look how cute you are. Oh my gosh. Oceana, if you were still here, totally okay if you need to lurk. Are you still working on the island that was like, it wasn't babycore, but it was like, it was in honor of your kiddo? Do you still have that island? Did you finish it? There's 23 films? Oh my god. Yeah, I have not seen 23 films. That would be a really fun Discord thing. Classy! That'd be a fun Discord thing of like watching Studio Ghibli films. Oh my gosh, Clarissa, hello! Oh, Raiders, you came in at a fun time. We were talking about our favorite Studio Ghibli films. Yes, Panther, hello. So if you want to like come in and raid, Storm, hello. Let us know what your favorite film is from Miyazaki. And friends, if you are not subscribed to the one, the only Classy Cozy Gamer, you should go do it. I have it still, but I gave my brother that Switch months ago because he wants to play Mario Kart and I'm letting him keep it forever long. Oh, that's fair. That's totally fair. That's awesome. I'm glad that you still have it. Classy, what were you doing? How was the stream? Spill the tea, I am nosy. But friends, if you are new to my channel, hi, hello, I am Artsy over at the Artsy Gamer. I make art, play games, and encourage others to do the same. I use they, them pronouns exclusively. And so if there are pronouns that you would like us to know and respect off the get-go, because that's how we do things here, let us know. And oh, I need this for my son's island. Yes, I do. We do a lot of Animal Crossing over here. We also are doing a 250 chicken challenge in Stardew Valley. I think we are just under 80 something chickens at this point. And I've also been dipping my toes into game development and accessibility video essays. So if that's the vibe that you would like to see on your feed, please subscribe. And if not, drive-by highs are always welcome. You're not obligated to stay. The cats are both named after Ghibli characters. Baron from The Cat. Oh, I have seen The Cat. I have seen The Cat Returns. I've seen that one. That is a very interesting film. I have seen that one. Oh, and Kiki. Oh, so cute. So cute. It didn't occur to me to, like, consider Studio Ghibli, like, cat names for my cats. I think Oliver was always Oliver, so we just kept with it, but the only reason why we changed August's name is because it's actually my husband's name, and my husband refused to change his name for the cat, so August is his name now. So yeah. Yeah, Kiki's Delivery Service, and yeah, those are my three favorites. Like, it's a rotation. I will always go towards them. The interesting thing is that Whisper of the Heart is like a prequel to The Cat Returns. No way. A Spirited Away one, I think that's the only one I've seen. Clarissa, it is, and it is excellent. We were talking about, like, what order people should watch the films in, and I think I agreed with my husband when he was here. It was like, start with, like, definitely the more, like, whimsy, child-oriented ones, like My Neighbor Totoro, Ponyo, because I think that really sets the tone of, like, what Miyazaki films prioritize. Because they all kind of fall into the same like plot style where it's just like you're part of the world, then something towards like the very end, like catastrophic happens, and then it goes back to normal. It's a really interesting layout. Pepsi, hello. Yes, I love Spirited Away. Kiki is also a really good one to start with, especially like in this economy, sitting with burnout. Kiki's delivery service is very cathartic. And I've been sitting with like this notion how social media today really tells us that we need to like monetize our hobbies. We need to like, you know, do that girl boss grind to like be creative. And I think that's such a disservice of why social media was so cool back in the day, where it's like you're being social and you're just sharing what you're doing. And I love the fact that artists now are really pushing for like, I'm sharing my mistakes. I'm showing you the human part of what it means to work to make what you want to see in the world. And it's a really cool like fighting back mechanism, and also using the algorithm to, you know, find like-minded people or potentially find people who want to buy your work. Yeah, Kiki hits different as an adult, 100%. Mm-hmm. Ooh, Whisper of the Heart is a great one. Okay. Okay. A little while ago I was in London and saw the live West End production of Totoro. There's a live West End production of My Neighbor Totoro? What? Yeah, I think we should do a Ghibli watch party. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think we should too. Kiki's Delivery Service. Hear me out. That'd be a good Halloween movie. Because it's got Gigi. It's got B. Okay, listen, I don't need a normie. I don't need a normal girl, but I would love to have you on an island, just not today. Where are we at right now? We're at 7, okay. But Classy, thank you so much for sharing your community. You are so ding sweet. Did you tell me what you were doing on your stream, or did I completely ADHD skip over it? In which case, could you retype it again? And also, as I said, drive-by highs are always welcome. You're not obligated to stay. Post-streamer self-care is mandatory, however, and however you want to do that, Classy, totally fine. You can raid and dash, you can eat a nom, you can lurk, work, and twerk, but go take care of yourself. You did some good hard work today. There's also a live version of Spirited Away 2. I saw a filming of 2 casts doing the stage version. The director who did Les Mis did that. Oh. I could see a Les Mis director doing Spirited Away justice. I could see that. I don't know how you would be able to do live action though. That's so interesting. Like a theatric production of Ghibli whimsy. That's a challenge. ACNH was the game that really pushed me to the state of people think I'm a girl and I feel okay with it. Ooh. Yes, it was an incredible production, a lot of amazing puppetry. Oh, it's puppetry. You played Animal Crossing tonight, got my first campsite villager hunted for my 7th and 8th villagers, and got, ooh. What's this new island for? I'm trying to remember, like, you're doing something, but I get people's islands mixed up together. Can you remind me what your island is? Yeah, man, like, this is the sort of like Japanese culture that it goes so underappreciated that this game, which is the embodiment of Furusato, right? The embodiment of returning to the village, the concept of eco-anarchism, where your value as a person is not based on your production. It's just the fact that you exist and you're part of the village. It's like, this is so transformative, and I love the fact that Studio Ghibli, and even though Nintendo is a billion-dollar company and does billion-dollar company things, like, I think Animal Crossing evolving and transforming to really show, like, you can be whoever the hell you want to be. You know, within reason. Like, be kind, be compassionate, don't hurt yourself, don't hurt other people, at the very least. But, like, this is just a transformative experience that I don't think people really understand. Ooh, the Friendsgiving challenge. What's that? Spill the tea. It was amazing. Stage pieces moved in all sorts of wild setups. Puppets holding pieces of Yubaba's face. And one prediction of the OG Japanese Yubaba voice actor plays. Oh, that's so cool. I just want to make the most of my channel, share what I love the world. Want to know an idea I have? Yes, Yoshi, I do. But yeah, it's like, I really like how we're kind of clapping back at the capitalist expectation of production and art. And this is why in like circling back to like the AI slop, how I think it's petering off because people are so over it. I really love that people are sharing things. And it's great to have monetary support for the things you love doing. But I wonder that if there wasn't a monetary capability, would a lot of people be on YouTube making content? And that's not a criticism, okay? I believe that people should have the ability to have hobbies and should also have the ability to make money where they need to or see fit. But I think it's also a criticism on capitalism that people feel like they have to do these things. Like you have to sacrifice your hobby and your love for doing things because the only way that you can do a thing that you love is if you can make money off of it. And I think that's messed up. I have a lot of books, some of which are children's books, and I thought, why not record myself reading those books aloud? Yes. I've actually thought about doing that too. I've thought about doing that. I think that's a really great way to just... Wow, B really wants to be on this island. We've been trying to move away from some children's shows that my son likes. It's like there's this one called Helper Cars that I think comes from like kids TV, and Bob the Train is fine. It's not something that I would recommend kids watching. I mean, it's better than Cole, whatever the heck his name is, but it's definitely not like Miss Rachel or Super Simple Songs quality. But the one thing that really caught his attention was people reading books, like kids books, like Eric Carle books, and showing the pages, and he was like, oh, they are reading and I can hear it and see the pictures. So yeah, no, absolutely do that. Yeah, no, Yoshi, absolutely. I think that's great. There's my husband's part of a writing server for I don't know if he wants me to like mention specifically for like which website, but there's a voice actor who I guess will read the first chapter on his YouTube channel of like featured authors that like are put on the website for the week. And so I think that's really cool. I think that you should absolutely do that. What happened to Thomas the Train? I haven't seen Thomas the Train. No, that's not true. I tried to like get him, I tried to gauge whether or not he was interested in watching like the newest, like rendition of Bob the Train, not Bob the Train, of Thomas the Tank Engine. Bob the Train is different. As a kid who watched kids who watched Thomas, I was roasted for knowing the whole theme by keyboard. Nah. Thomas the Tank Engine, I think like that level of puppeteering was a little jarring for me, so I didn't really, I didn't like it as much as other ones. But I really liked experiencing... No. No. I'm so glad Scott's not here right now. I'm gonna run away. I'm gonna run away so this never happened. You didn't see him, it's not happening. Nope. 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 Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You did not. It didn't happen. I also knew that Barney theme on violin. Alright. We're gonna do a poll. Because I know that Hank will riot if I don't. The lore, friends, is that Frank is one of my least favorite villagers. And I was talking about, you know, improving myself, personal growth, and all that nonsense. So, take Frank or keep going. There's only one correct answer. I'll let you all think about it. Oh, geez. The 50-50? That's rude. Uh-huh. Giddy. At 2? At 2? Oh, no. Oh, no. We're also at a bubble break, so, while you all are ruining my life, we'll do a bubble break. That's not it. Oh, no. Hi. This is the bubble break one. Hank, you're dead to me. Anyway, friends, for those who don't know, we like to talk about our weekly goals and weekly wins. So Raiders, if you want to share things that you are proud of or that you've been working on for the week, we want to hear and celebrate along with you. We also do like incentives known as a bubble break. For every 10, an additional 10 likes, so 10, 30, 60, 100, math, we take a mindful moment to blow bubbles and just, you know, reassess our posture and take a deep breath. Hank, do not. Frank's all right. I don't know if he filled the role you're looking to fill. It really doesn't matter. Like, you know, villagers come as they are. But, yeah, wait, hold on. So yeah, friends, grab a water, take your meds, eat a nom or a non, break my heart in a billion pieces with this. Oh, 73% are saying that I can run. Unclench your jaw and do a nice big belly breath. Inhale. And exhale. How do you take a screenshot of your computer? I just do the snippet tool. Are you on a Mac? That's not a stupid question. You just don't know. Y'all are a bunch of cowards. You think too highly of me. You think too highly of me, Hank. PC? I think it's... Wait, hold on. Screenshot... PC... Stop. It is Windows logo key Shift S. That'll open the snipping tool overlay to capture a window or, you know, however you want. Or Command Shift 4. That too. I got into Moomin last year and it inspired me to learn the harmonica. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. All right. All right. Okay. Let's have this conversation. This means that I will have 3 Frankies on, 3 Frankies, wow. 3 Crankies on the island. What ticket are we on? We have 4 left. Of course Frank shows up at the end. I'm so glad Scott's not here. I'm so glad. Like, I love Scott, don't get me wrong. I love my mod, but, he threatened the stew challenge at some point. I think it's past his bedtime. Wait, where'd you go? Wait, where'd you go? Did you disappear? So typical. So typical. We love anyone learning a new instrument. Absolutely. 3 Frankies, yes. Where is this man? Wait, where did he go? He's here, right? Bro, what the heck? Okay. This is rude. Where are you? I was complaining. Oh, there you are. Okay, thank you. He definitely, he fills me with such rage. Frank is peppy. Bell, hello. Oh my god. He's very peppy. Hear that deep peppy voice? Oh my god. Bell, how are you doing? Fancy meeting you here wherever this is. I'm a mite fuzzy in that part. Crushy. You're Artsy, right? From Lagum. You're a long way from home. I love how he knows where I live now. I have 4 cranky villagers, Gonzo, Wolfgang, Okay, but see, Elsmith, listen. Listen. Your crankies are delightful. I happen to know on good authority that Gonzo is delightful, and also Dobie, and also Murphy. Wolfgang I've never had, but he's a wolf, and therefore it's fine. But this man, and I have a beef. And the person who he hurt is on my island. We have a beef. And yet... Do I want personal growth today? Do I want personal growth today? He would, oh my god, listen, he would actually be right next to Graham too. If he makes you mad, run. Okay, listen, it's hard to let go of old biases, right? It's hard to let go of anger that really doesn't bloody matter. Like, listen, he did a one thing one time 5 years ago, and I was probably wrong. It's just personal growth is for tomorrow. Personal growth is for tomorrow. You know what? 71% of you are being very kind to me, and I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take the kindness. A copper valor raid, oh my goodness. It's good to see you. I love the fact that people respected my irrational anger. If Scott sees this, you didn't. It didn't happen. I mean, actually, no, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to gaslight people that way. We're making the joke that we never saw Frank even though we did, okay? But, oh my god. Stole my phone back. Oh my gosh. You had Gonzo and Murphy on in my childhood GameCube town. They were both lovely, old man. Oh my gosh. You did Mission Impossible. Wait, what happened to your phone? Oh my gosh. You know what I would like to do? I would like to actually play a week of all the Animal Crossing games just to understand the vibes. I think that'd be a fun essay. It's common decency to keep people that harm others away from their targets. No, exactly. Like, if it was away from Graham, maybe. But also, a point of interest. Both Fang and Olivia did not like Graham for a while, and apparently it's taken them 6 months, in the same way that it took 6 months for me to get his photo, that they are friends. Like, Olivia and Graham have been in each other's houses. Fang and Graham were at a cookout, you know? Animal Crossing is my first Animal Crossings. New Horizons is my first Animal Crossing game. You got your 10th neighbor on Serenity. It got Tucker. Oh, that's so cool. And 5 stars on Lunaki. Congratulations, Shiloh. How are you doing? Graham's crunchy glasses. That's why I changed his glasses in as soon as possible. Copper, hello. Oh my gosh. Wait. We were just talking about Tammy, though. I would be okay with bringing Tammy back. I would be okay with bringing Tammy back. I don't know why I'm getting a bunch of yellow villagers, though. She's so cool. Oh, man. A-Bear, hello. It's good to see you, friends. We got double rated, y'all. Let's do a quick shout out to Copper Valor. Brenda, hello. It's good to see you. Oh, my gosh. All the cool people. April Honey, hello. Angel Kitty, hello. It's good to see you. Let's see. Is this the correct one? Just making sure. Is that correct? Jojo, hello. It's good to see you. How are you doing? Got it. So friends, if you are new to Copper, Copper does a lot of delightful gaming. Some of it's like retro stuff that I've never really seen before, but prioritizes games that do not show or encourage harming women, which I think is great, especially in this economy. Copper is one of those delightful humans that you should check out and just hang out with because it is a chill, calm vibe. And Raiders, if you are new to me, my name is Artsy over at the Artsy Gamer. I make art, play games, and encourage others to do the same. I exclusively use they, them pronouns, so if you could learn that and practice, that would be great. But if you mess up, it's okay too. It happens, we're human. I do a lot of Animal Crossing, but I've also been doing a 250 chicken challenge in Stardew Valley, and I've been dipping my toes into game development and getting back into art, and I've just been busy doing a lot of things. In all seriousness, no, you don't have to stand for being around people that hurt you. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Tammy is the only peppy monkey. Or a cider mill. So the Friendsgiving rules are decorate the island including the 6 build prompts, design your house interior using one of the house prompts, and give... Oh, that's so cute! That's so cute. I do like Tammy, though. I do like Tammy. Tammy kind of has, like... Early fall vibes. And I really like Tammy. Okay, we technically have 3 tech hits left after Tammy. I don't think Maddie's showing up. Blue Bear is on standby. How do we feel? Aiden, hello, it's good to see you. Listen, I really like Tammy. She's so intense. She's great. Tammy doesn't give me the ick, actually. Keep going. Take her. Okay, listen. Listen. We'll do a poll because 83% of people like to do polls. Take Tammy or risk it. Take Tammy. Run! Oh, that's rum. No. We're not encouraging alcohol. Run! There we go. She's so cute though. I thought the goal was new people. The goal was well, I skipped over quite a few new people, but I was like, I would be okay with getting Maddie back. We have Blue Bear on standby for amiibos. I was okay with getting Tabby. Bella was one that I would be happy to have. Basically, it was like vibes though. Tammy's that villager that people think they're scared of. That. Oh yeah, no. I really liked Tammy. She was in, I think she was the Isle of Fika. The Isle of Fika Peppy, I believe. I believe I started Isle of Fika with Tammy. It was, yeah, because Isle of Fika replaced Sonder. That's right. But yeah, that sounds like a really fun challenge. Ooh, a garbage bin. We love trash. Yeah, we do. 56. Ooh, this is polarizing. You all are a lot nicer. Also, did I see a beautiful April honey? Here, let me do a quick April. Is April honey? April's. Let me see. I want to make sure that I get the. Yep, it's the same one. She's tough. She's really cute. Yeah, no, I really like her. I've had her before. I think she's great. I'm actually not feeling that great either, but I can't seem to fall asleep. It sounds, Aiden, to be honest, it sounds like you're going through a funk, and it could be a virus or a bacteria funk, or it could just be life is being funky right now. In which case, here's my recommendation. Are you feeling like you need to have some water? Do you need to change something about your environment that helps you feel a little bit cozy? Did you have caffeine or sugar before bed, which probably doesn't help? 64 say run. Reddit ranks Tammy as 324th out of 350. That's a lie. Oh my goodness. That is highway robbery. This girl. Okay, listen. I may actually take her out of spite. But no. Tammy, again, the outfit is not lagum coated. However, you can put her in something else. She looks cute. The eyeliner is boppin'. The fact that she's based off of a real lemur species is so cool. I know, seriously. Still here doing IRL bunny and kitty care? Let's go. You had a regular doctor appointment today and my doctor nearly kept me, but I'm feeling okay. Uh-oh. I don't eat much sugar and drink caffeine that much. I mean, changing of seasons usually brings out like new fun things to destroy your sinuses. So it's just my allergies, but I was sick for quite a while and I haven't been that sick in a long time. Oh yeah. Recovery, okay. I think what we also don't sit with, because we talk about some weird nonsense on this channel, is that recovery is so overlooked and it's sped up. Whereas I think that people think, oh, once you start feeling better, that's recovery from an illness. That is not recovery. That is just surviving. And so I think that it's probably your body telling you that you need to find rest and recovery in a way that brings you peace. You're not allowed to have coffee yet? Fair. I probably shouldn't have been allowed to have coffee when I was like 3. But alas. All right. Okay. 58 are saying run. Okay. Oh, I think this is the one I'm actually going to regret. But we have 3 tickets. We have 3 tickets, y'all. And 15 minutes left on the stream. We'll just go. Decaf is healthy for kids. Yeah, I mean, I've been decaf for about 2 years now, and I've learned that we really, really encouraged caffeine in people. And it's not, I don't think it's as safe as people give it credit for. Like we over caffeinate, and we literally probably overdose on caffeine regularly, and it really impacts a lot. And since I have detoxed from caffeine, I did not realize to the extent of how much it masks over how you're actually feeling, because the whole point is like, oh, ignore being tired. Oh, let's push you to do something that your body is not physically capable of doing without a sort of stimulant. Don't kids in Europe sometimes drink wine? Mm-hmm. No, it's true. It's true. When HubSpot worked in Rome, I think like the teenagers were drinking beer across from the school, because drinking culture is not a party activity in Europe. But then again, like in the majority of the kids that got in trouble were the Americans, because, you know, we have this whole like drugs are bad, don't do these things. And then, you know, kids are like, oh, I'm away from my family for the first time, let's do things, right? So I don't know how young, but I definitely know that alcohol is treated as like an eating social experience instead of like, oh, let's get wild. When it comes to beverage, I have the taste buds of a small child. Don't like coffee, tea, or alcohol. Never did. I mean, that's okay too. I've already had this. I've already had you as a peppy. Okay, we're getting peppies though. If Frank is the last ticket, I will take him. Okay, I'm just saying this now. My personal growth is not beneath me where I wouldn't do that. I don't know. Italy has an alcohol limit. It absolutely does. That 100% is not true. Having lived in Italy, that is absolutely not true. Tom Nook, are you listening? Put Frank on the last ticket. I used to like tea before tea didn't like me. Alcohol's all... Yeah, no, I've also like... In my 30s, I can't drink anymore. Like, my husband and I, like, just because I'm on medication and alcohol is not encouraged. No, hi! Speaking of... single brain cell. Hello. Caffeine's just as bad in hot cocoa, is it? I don't think so. It's limited by like only a couple of milligrams. But what was I saying? Oh my gosh, I lost my point. Oh, now I remember my point. So like in my 30s, man, the adult beverages, no. And it's like, it started with like, wine made me feel really gross. And I didn't really like hard liquors anyway. Don't even know her. And then like, I couldn't do anything. And I wasn't a heavy like adult beverage consumer anyway. But I realized like, man, my body really does not like this. And it's not worth, you know, the hours or days of feeling like crap for like a couple of hours of feeling like, you know, I don't do it. I accidentally got Kids NyQuil a few weeks ago and I cannot drink it. Ew. Zombie upchuck? Ew. I got hooked on a type of flower tea while I was at my practicum. The name is Chinese, so I have no clue. Oh, interesting. Yeah. So it's like, I think once you get older, you start recognizing that the things you put into your body are really important. And Kat, I swear to Nintendo, if you attack my cords, you will be removed. Not from this earth, but like from the office. So anyway. No, Rainbow, there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely not. There's nothing weird with having a preference, and like, people don't drink for a wide variety of reasons. Like if you want to like make an excuse, you can say, oh, I take medication where I can't drink alcohol. Mint, my problematic girly, are you kidding me? Hi. But it's also okay just to say, like, I don't like it. It's whatever. I think that's more of a personal question about, like, well, why does it have to be something that you need to be doing? Ladder, feet, yep. Yeah, wine makes you sleepy. Yeah, I don't like how it makes me feel. Like, I like cooking with it. It's really nice to cook with, but more studies have been coming out that there's really no healthy limit of alcoholic beverages, because what's really interesting is how, you know, people would say like, oh, red wine is good for you because blah, 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 like a glass a day is fine. In reality, the reason why people are saying that, hear me out, you'll probably start recognizing this in a second. Who drinks red wine? Who drinks red wine? Red wine typically is associated with a certain amount of income, right? Right? And red wine is associated with people that can probably afford healthcare. And if you can afford healthcare, you're probably going to the doctor more and getting treated sooner, right? My eldest sis made that excuse 100%. I saw that. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I used to buy jasmine tea. Oh, jasmine tea. You know, there is a tea going back and forth. There used to be this like Chinese restaurant tea. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? It's an actual thing. I love Chinese restaurant tea. It's so good. Ramen is horrible since it's cheap. Yeah, no, like actual ramen, there is an art form to like ramen and pho. Like truly an art form. But I think what people are starting to recognize now, that the food we put into our bodies is, one, something that is definitely a classist issue, because what you can afford is what you can afford. And the people who have money that are able to afford better food and higher quality things are more likely to be able to go to the doctors without concern. Wasn't that something that Kay had said, that like Americans be eating sugar like we have free healthcare? We got, wow, we ended on a peppy though. We did end on a peppy though. That's hilarious. We ended on a pom-pom. Yeah. Yeah, and also like, listen, let's not associate a good time with just like hurting your body. I don't know. Like if you drink, it's fine. I'm not questioning it or like making you wrong for liking coffee or alcohol, whatever. But I've just realized that the foods that we put in our body, specifically the ones that are, you know, not regulated, like caffeine, alcohol, nicotine, it's like, wow, we put things into our bodies and it's not something that we realize is a life experience. Ooh, bourbon vanilla for cooking. Oh yeah. You decided not to drink when I saw how, yep. No, it's, I don't like this notion that people have to alter themselves to be likable, you know? But also, are we taking pom-pom or are we taking blueberry? That's the final question. When I told my doctor today, oh, you want to know something super funny? So this isn't the funny part. I ended up in the emergency room. Was it earlier this year? I think it was earlier this year, or was it last year? No, it was it was a year ago. Yeah, I ended up in the emergency room. It was my first time taking an ambulance. And as I was in the emergency room, my husband was answering questions from the doctor. And they were asking him, how much does Artsy drink? And he was like, they don't. And they didn't believe him. They're like, how much do they drink? And they're like, they don't. And to be honest, like more recently, I think I may have maybe less than half a pint a month, maybe. But it's very rare. And also, can we not, Cat? And also, the zero alcohol beer slaps. What does Pom Pom look like? Hold on, I need to actually kick out a cat, so give me a second because the cat's being a tart. So we were trying to figure out what Pom Pom looks like, or Blue Bear. I picked Blue Bear over Pom Pom, even though I like both. Well, the fun thing is, like, I've never had Blue Bear before, and the whole point was like personal growth. I really like Pom Pom. I think she's great. I think she's awesome. So we can either choose Blue Bear or Pom Pom. So let's do a quick vote. It'll be our last vote of the day. And if we choose Blue Bear, we'll amiibo her in. Blueberry or bust? Okay. Sell a music box. Oh man, we got a lot of things for my son's island. All right, let's do a vote. But also, I hope, like, I wasn't coming across as, like, if you drink adult beverages or if you drink coffee that you're wrong. I'm not saying that. It's more just I've been on this mindfulness kick where I believe it's important to understand and be connected to your body, and that you trust what your body tells you. Should I play Stardew or Animal Crossing? Aiden, what do you need out of your game? Because if you just need like a chill time that's not of a time limit, Animal Crossing. If you need something that is letting you like have a focus, Stardew Valley. It's nice to go to the art fair and see a musician I knew in high school is sober. The last time I saw him playing, I was completely drunk. Oh, wow. And befriend a family of cats in the bar. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's, I think also it's just like food in general and what you put in your body is such a personal journey that I very rarely, like, I don't want to come across as like being elitist, because what you can afford is what you can afford. And it's if you can eat as healthy as possible, as in like as whatever is seasonally available that has the minerals and macro and micronutrients that you need to thrive in what you're doing, great. But some days be hard. And it was also nice to be appreciated. Mood. Proud of you. Blueberry is 62%. I like Stardew with the Steam achievements. It helps with the goal setting. Yeah, one day I want to try for perfection. One day. One day. Also, thank you, Nightbot, for reminding me to drink water, because I was talking a lot. But yeah, I've just been like sitting with how we interpret foods, like sugars, all these things. And that's why I really appreciate the Australian labeling from like the Tim Tams and like these chocolates. It's like, be treat wise. That means that treating yourself is fine, but also understand that like that's not something that should be a priority for your nutrition, because it doesn't actually serve you. All right, Blue Bear is currently winning. If we can get to 69%, I'll just like take her outright. I'm just kidding. I think we're just gonna take Blue Bear. We'll just take Blue Bear. It's totally fine. Let's do it. If all else fails, black beans and whole grain rice is the cheapest, most... Yes, absolutely. Isn't it also a complete protein, too? It's like beans and rice are really good for complete proteins when you're struggling. Where I'm at, tofu is like $1 for a kilo. So, sorry, $1 for 2 pounds, or a pound and a half. So it's like getting protein is a lot easier for a vegetarian that way. But yeah, it's also really interesting. Like, I guess there's a lot of food content creators that are going around like, hey, you know, it's okay to treat yourself. It's also okay to like sit with where you're at. All right, so we did end on a peppy though. That was really nice. Here, let's go get Blue Bear. I had a feeling we were taking Blue Bear, but we saw Frank, The Frank challenge was not enacted. It's probably because Scott's getting ready to get married. How dare. Tofu is very bad in high quantities. Increase your chances of oh yeah, because of the estrogen. Yeah. I don't know if I do that enough for it to be a problem, but also friends, if you could, if you would. I don't know if Scott is lurking or if he's going to watch this back. If he doesn't, it's fine. Could you, all of you, do a quick, like, congratulations, Scott and Shelby, SHELBY, on their upcoming wedding this Saturday. Scott has been a mod for my channel for years, and I have also seen Shelby growing as an artist on Twitch. I hope that she goes back to it. So please be sure to say, like, congratulations if they watch this back. Yes, thank you. Yeah, you can do like hearts, hype, love, all that jazz. I don't eat a lot of tofu, even though I do like it. Anything soy might be a problem for those who hype. Yeah, my mom has a problem with that. Oh, blue bear. There we go. Yes, thank you. Thank you, friends. Yeah. Let's do this. Yeah, I'm really excited for them. They also got like a house recently. It's just like they deserve the world. Yeah, thank you, friends. Thank you. Yes. So Scott, I'm sorry I didn't take Frank, but congratulations on your upcoming wedding. I know you're gonna have a really great time, and you are both loved and very appreciated. All right. Yes, thanks, friends. Thank you. And then I guess we're kind of at the end point. We're going to invite the girl, right? But let's see who's live, and we can redirect you to somebody fun. We got some cool people. Is somebody live that doesn't do... Are you serious? I didn't post that I was live on social media like a scrub. Love that for me. You know, Decon is live. I think we're gonna do that. We haven't rated him in a bit. You got married 2 years ago next month. Let's go, Copper. Congratulations. That's always great. That's amazing. Bad for growing boys too. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Yeah, so friends, we're going to do a hashtag Artsy raid after we invite Blue Bear. I need to eat a thing because, you know, we've been talking about self-care, and it's important to do self-care, and I also need, oh my gosh, I need to clean this island too. Ugh. But again, thank you, Classy, thank you, Copper, for your amazing raids and sharing your community. I appreciate both of you so ding much. And I hope that this weekend is filled with kindness and compassion, both for yourself and for other people, to give you kindness and compassion. It's almost a year into Stardew, and I almost have the seat. Let's go, Aiden. That's great. I don't think I'm getting good sleep right now from being so sick. I might, yes, get a snack. Where's the chicken soup, Bob? Oh my gosh. And the divorce court moment? Listen, you should get some chicken soup. A birdhouse. Gotcha, boo. In fact, I think what we're gonna do is we're going to make her a birdhouse. She was so cheap. She asked for, oh my gosh, I think she asked for a box-shaped seat, and then she asked for something that was very trivial too. But let's see if we have a birdhouse, and if not, we'll just make it for her. My teddy bear was about to fall off my head and said, "Careful, Blue Bear." Nice. You have body chill? Oh, Anna. Oh goodness. Well, I'm not a medical professional, so take this at you know, at what it's worth. But it sounds like you need some like the good medicine and like some warm tea to like keep your core warm. Lemon jam tea slaps. I will never say don't have that. Wait, where is the birdhouse? Okay, it's wood and softwood. Okay, we'll do 2 of them. Thanks for the stream. Sleep well and have a great weekend. Yes, thank friends. Yeah, that sounds like a fever. It sounds like in Korea, if you are sick, they bundle you up. And I'm not like that. It's like I need to like breathe and like run into a cold shower. So whatever you need to do to get cozy, but I would say that if you are starting to have issues with vision and breathing, that maybe maybe go to the doctor or the ER or whatever emergency services that you have available. Vitals are being okay otherwise? Okay. Oh, seriously, Copper. You know what I wish? I wish there was this thing called interest-free loans. That would be nice. Interest-free loans. What do you mean it's too... What do you mean? What do you mean I can't carry everything like a bag of holding? That's rude. Like, it's paper. It's literally just recipes, man. It's not like... Okay, maybe the Imperial partition and the garbage bin and the 4 large-ass fossils are contributing, but the majority of it is just paper. It's practically a booklet. It's practically a booklet. Your mom keeps testing me for COVID, but it's still coming back negative. Oh no, I hope you don't have COVID, Aiden. That would suck. I discovered last night that I had held off getting rid of my Bermuda grass by 1 year. My city would have paid me $7,000. Oh no. Is Bermuda grass like that really, like it's a really spiky grass, right? And it does like this weird crawling root system. Is that the Bermuda grass that I'm thinking of? I may be wrong. I'm here, sisterly villager, and please give me the medicine, seriously. I had COVID over Christmas 22. Oh yeah, no, it was a week after my son's first birthday, and we all got COVID. My husband had PD in Singapore and unfortunately brought it back, despite like all of the protections that he had. He even wore a mask, he washed regularly, it just... And so, thankfully, my son, who was inoculated, I had gotten the vaccine while I was pregnant with him. And I think that was the reason as to why he got it the least terrible. It is, I still say that COVID is worse than strep. My throat felt like glass. Like it felt like broken glass in there. It was awful. Yeah, get tested. Hypothetical question: in the next AC, your player can get sick under specific circumstances. That would be interesting. And then, like, if you were out in the rain, that you drink like a warm beverage, like you have to craft as a tea. Did I invite you? Okay, cool. Almost our whole family. Oh, your mom is very lucky. But yeah, maybe get tested. Maybe get tested. First time, oh yeah, no, strep throat, the worst. I hate it. The COVID was still worse than that. I'm so glad that we had been getting vaccinated before that point, because I can only imagine how horrific it would have been. I had long COVID for 6 months after. I could not breathe completely. Like, my lung capacity was diminished, and it was very scary, because like, you know, they expect you postpartum. It's like, oh yeah, you know, work out, lose weight, whatever. And I'm like, I can't do that when I can't breathe, you know? It was awful. So for the people who are dealing with the ramifications of long COVID, I'm so sorry. But ending on a hopefully healthier note, friends, thank you all so much for being part of the nonsense. We had some really great conversations about Studio Ghibli and like self-care. You got COVID for the first time when I was in little... Oh my God, that sucks. I'm so sorry. Yeah, one was enough. One was enough. So friends, we're gonna go raid our good friend Decon over at Deconstruction Gaming. So please be sure to do a hashtag Artsy raid. Bluebear has already moved in. Yeah, we moved her in as Carmen was leaving so that we could just bring her in. It's fine. But I'm going to leave you with the sentiment that I leave on every live stream and video, that I hope you're being kind to yourself and being kind to others and making art and playing games and encouraging others to do the same. I think Monday, usually that's our our Animal Crossing day, but we've been doing a lot of Animal Crossing. So I think we're going to be doing Stardew Valley on Monday. I don't know, because it's been weird. It's been weird. But I hope that you are taking care of yourselves, friends. And I'll see you over at the other stream. Thank you all so much for watching and for being just your wonderful, lovely selves. And just continue being you. Bye. Oh, that's not correct. I'm glad that I wasn't like saying like, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, bye.